likes you guys.
Hey, Michael.
What's up?
Hi.
Hi, Gavin. Hey, welcome to Off Topic. We're here now, live, Friday, October 11th.
Yep.
I got it. I'm your host, Michael. We got Jeremy.
Yo.
You know this old sack of shit. We got stinky ass Gavin Free. But special guests joining us from Funhouse. We've got Elyse and Adam.
Hey.
Hey.
Thanks for having us,
Oh,
Michael.
it's such energy.
We're the new Corys.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for
And
having
we're
me.
in the
Got a
house.
partial applause.
Yeah, they got 1.5 people
Thank you.
clapping,
Who was
and they're
that?
trying to make up for what you guys failed to do.
It's a lot of pressure being on the show, you know? You gotta live up to all the topics.
You're here promoting your new movie now, right?
Yes.
Your red juice and talk
Yeah,
about
yeah,
whatever you
juice.
want.
You pulled the fucking label off. That's
Unlabeled.
profesh.
That's really professional.
They
Jeremy
tell you
doesn't
to
give
do
a
that?
fuck.
They like get rid of that label.
Jack told me too. He was like, "We need the money." He was like, "You don't bring that label on this show, woman." I love Jack.
Sounds like him. That
something-
sounds just like
something
him.
Jeremy or I would say.
Oh,
I'll be
yeah.
honest.
Woman? I call her Catwoman.
Yeah, she is a woman though.
Yeah,
but like,
exactly.
But like mean.
Cat person.
Yeah.
We are cat people. David Bowie wanted.
We got
it
some
that way.
sponsors today.
Yeah, who we
Those
got?
sponsors. We got MeUndies.
Ooh.
We got Blue Apron, and we got 23andMe.
Ooh.
Yeah. Ooh ooh ooh. That's
All good stuff.
That's what I was going for.
Yeah.
I eat one of those.
You call Catwoman? I should
Hang
have
on.
asked you a
So
question while you were
did the
taking
whole
a shot.
nippy bippy.
Do you call them nips?
No, I'm just.
You just know that's what
I'm
we call 'em?
extending an olive branch to you.
Hey, thanks. It's my first day of coldness, I guess.
It's
I put a hoodie
gonna
on.
be our
I wore a
first-
hoodie
It's
in,
randomly
like,
very
ever.
cold today.
well, just in like 6 or 7
It's gonna be
months,
very
so-
short.
Is that sweater in stock? Can I get that?
It's. I mean, it's a hoodie, but yeah.
Okay,
Is it
well,
in vogue?
It's a jumper.
It's a little jumper.
She was my jumper. She did it. She set me off.
That thing is really, really good.
It is
too. It's
comfy
super
as shit.
soft.
It's
Something-
Yeah.
have a
You know
feel.
what? You know what? I bet we can get you one. If we can't, you can just take that one because he's probably the same size as you.
Or you could get one of these.
You want my
No, you
hoodie?
can't. They're
You probably
definitely,
can't get one of those.
definitely
Yes.
already gone.
The drawstring's been removed. Do you do that with all your hoodies, or did it just come off in the washing machine?
The cat.
Oh, okay.
That'll
It
do it.
was hanging up, and the cat's just on all the stuff, and then they're all on the floor.
How
I
would
feel
you-
like-
How'd you ever get it back in?
You can't, right?
Right?
You got to do that in a
You
factory.
really got to
or
like
something.
sit down, watch like an hour-long show, and thumb it.
That's
through.
Yeah.
not
the
worth
only
it.
way.
That's exactly
not
what I
worth
do.
it.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
I get
Like-
really, I get worried if you lose a bit because you can like work down a little bit. Once it's out, I don't care, and then I realize you never need it. You never use it.
I get a pair of, like Gavin's saying, you got to thumb it through. I get a pair of. Let's let him take this.
You writing it down? Going up, please. Bing.
I get a pair of tweezers, so that way you can like grasp it within
Oh my
the.
God.
And
But like,
Yeah.
how do you get it all the way around though? Like if the whole thing's out.
you need a team of Chilean miners
Right.
in that hoodie.
You lose them for a bit in there. It's
Right.
a whole
One of
process.
them's a pedophile. So
Yeah, all of my hoodies are this now, and I get the elastic shoes, so none of my shoes have
That was a
laces
kick.
because they just eat them.
Elastic shoes? Like
They're
the ones
like-
from Save On?
Like Converse, but you don't need laces.
From Back to the
Slip-ons.
Future?
Yeah.
Okay.
For
They,
me.
they do the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Just
cool.
They go.
click,
Yeah, yeah.
click the button.
Nice. And then when you get wet, it hoses you with air or something.
Oh yeah. They do go.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
No Bond villain could strangle you with anything you have on your person.
It's true. Just with their stuff,
Yeah.
which they probably
Right.
They'll
They
have
usually-
to bring their own
They usually
garrote
bring.
or whatever.
like the idea of a hitman level where you have to steal someone's shoelaces first before you can garrote them.
There was
down.
new hitty stuff today. We didn't do it. Remember that?
Oh shit!
Forgot about that.
We're making videos with these lads.
I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I'm pretty soured on the last hitty that we did.
Well, you missed the last one we did too.
Yeah. The last one that I was in, it was
Yeah.
disgraceful.
You guys
We
are doing
gotta
the-
stop
watching-
giving Ryan an hour-long video
He
to play.
gets. I don't know where his brain goes. He takes so long. He drags shit out forever. He'll play with an apple for 20 minutes, and then he just goes on a shooting spree. There's no. It's one or the other.
I will point out the last Hitman video we did yesterday. I think we recorded for an hour and 45 minutes, and it was not Ryan's fault though.
No.
It was our fault for not being aware of where anything was at that level.
Are these the new DLCs that you're playing?
We've just been playing Escalation Missions, so it's like you start level. There's 3 levels. Level 1 is like kill that guy with this, and level 2 is like now you got to kill him, but within 60 seconds you got to kill this other guy as well, and they just add stuff.
It escalates.
And
One of them
sometimes
was like
them,
you had to kill someone with an explosion, and we were just struggling to find
an
anything
explosive
that
of
would
any
explode.
kind.
We tried a fire extinguisher, and it just went. Psst.
Yeah, I guess they don't explode anymore.
I didn't know they had the co-op stuff. Elyse introduces that, or not? Sorry, the
ghost mode.
Yeah, ghost
mode.
mode. Yeah, James and I did that one, and it was like didn't realize there was all these rules to being a hitman.
Have you guys done this?
No, I've not effed with ghost mode.
Oh,
Is it good?
it'd be good for play pals,
Oh yeah.
right?
That's us.
Play Pal Ghost Mode?
Do you need a
Sure.
cut?
you know what that
Just give them. What else do you want?
Do you need like a demo?
You want eye trackers?
Portal 2, ever heard of it?
I'll pull up the Google Doc of all the ideas. You
Do
can
take
have
a
them all.
percentage? What do you want?
Finder's fee?
Yeah, I
Okay.
found this game.
I know that's always the fun part. So like I know we did the Super Bunnyman video. Finally went up. People were like, oh, because Achievement Hunter did. I'm like, I know they did, and they're funny. But
I
like,
didn't know.
I can't acknowledge them because it's
See,
this weird thing where it's like I discovered this
Yeah.
game. It's mine.
Jack
Like,
usually gets out ahead of that, and when we play something you guys played, he just says, "We stole this from Funhouse."
That's the
and then we
first thing
play
he
the
says.
game. And it's true because he comes in a burglar outfit, and he usually has a sack filled with your videos.
Dollar something.
Just a big light bulb on the
I mean,
back.
this with all sincerity, our audience loves Jack. Like, would you agree?
You guys can
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
him.
like a
Weird.
Like
That's
a,
bizarre.
he's like a fun uncle or like a drunk father.
Anytime he's in a video, the comments are like, "We love Jack." I'm not being facetious. I'm being completely serious. They love him.
How do you do that?
We cut all
Yeah.
the politics.
You know
out.
it's a problem when that much clarification is
We cut
needed
the
that they're
slurs.
serious.
Yeah, yeah.
I also saw someone say in the chat, if they know us, we did TTT. Yes, we did with you guys.
Oh yeah, we did a TGT.
Trouble in Terrorist Town.
Yes.
Dropped him in the
Game
deep end, 19
Yeah.
different roles.
Yeah, Adam and James.
Never played it before.
By the way, already have typed up a sheet that we're gonna print out and laminate.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys were explaining all
It's
the
good
rules.
though. You got into it though.
No, super fun. We played Gmod Murder and stuff like that before, but we never played. Everyone's played Trouble in Terrorist Town for years, and I guess it's morphed through the years and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But
it's like mods and
the
stuff.
version we played, I think at one point I was like, "I'm a vampire." And like, what do I do?
You were like
Yeah.
running at me with a knife, going invisible. I was like,
Yeah, well, Gav turned around and yeah, Adam pulled the knife out and then turned invisible, and Gavin showed an invisible zombie, and that's all we needed.
And I was like, supposed to bite your neck, right? And turn you into vampires. Like, no, you just suck the blood of a dead
Yeah,
person.
you
Like,
eat the dead bodies.
they need to update their lore Bible.
Yeah.
It is interesting though, because we are usually pretty quick. Like you like to do the long plays, but most of us
love,
are usually
yeah.
like we'll get bored after 1 minute and start killing. But there was one round today where no one had killed anyone for like 6
Well, it
minutes.
was-
and
it
I
was an
like,
interesting-
I guess it's the two Funhouse guys who are the traitors.
It was an interesting map too,
not
though.
us.
Funhouse Boys, we were calling them.
Funhouse
But like,
Fun boys.
it's an interesting map because it was a new map we hadn't played yet, and it was like it was a good one where it was like it was big and it was one of those like there's enough room to get around, but it's small.
And then there's a lot of small hallways.
And it was
stuff.
all like ramps and shit. So like
like a
ramps and
Counter-Strike,
bridges, so you
like,
could kind of
chess
see
map.
down below
Felt like
you.
a laser tag.
So I felt like when I
arena, that's what it felt like.
when I was the trader, which was 95% of the game,
Michael,
it was
brutal.
you'd always have to like double check nobody was around.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a lot more like just not indiscriminate killing.
yeah.
But it was a good map.
Yeah.
Would we play this, or would people think that we were biting your style?
Both yes.
Just give us a
yes
cut
and yes.
we'll be fine.
Yeah.
with it.
How
You can
much?
play it.
We're biting the Yogscast
We
style.
are the
I mean-
TTT guys. I'm pretty sure nobody played it before us. And then we play this mod that someone else made.
Right. The actual modder who makes no money off of it, right?
Right.
Maybe off donations or Patreon, but we're like, I made this.
Right. Yeah, no, we're like, we've played TTT before.
T squared.
You know, it was, yeah.
T
It was
cubed.
kind of cute, please. Squared's
What?
cute. Thank God. That's why Elyse is here.
It's okay.
Straighten
I
you
tell
out.
you
That's when there's
later.
no trouble going on. This is when Terrorist Town is fine.
That's just Trouble Town.
Is he
Yeah.
smart?
Trouble
We play
Town.
Trouble
Is he
Town.
like me?
But like the roles are just amazing.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
adds like such another level.
I could do without the Jester.
I'm in agreement.
I like the Swapper way more than the
Controversial?
Jester.
Really?
I don't know. I've never seen it.
So the Jester is if you're the Jester and someone kills you, the game's over and they win.
Oh, okay.
So they're trying to die.
But like
I
they
think
can't
Swapper
hurt
is
anyone.
way more funny.
It
They're
is,
just trying to
it
get
is.
shot. I mean, the Swapper is very funny, but at the same time, it just
Explain
takes away.
Swapper to me again, because all I knew is I threw a grenade and it made someone bounce.
So
once.
Swapper, it's like a Jester, can't do any damage to anyone, like
Okay.
no matter what they do. If they get killed, they just assume the role of whoever killed them, and then that
Oh.
person dies instead.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So sometimes the detective will just be really keen on, like, I think it's him, kill him, and then they're the detective now. The Swapper just takes that role.
Is there like a dream, like, character that you guys would want, that you'd want in the game? Like something like a Daywalker, like
Well-
a Blade type?
Jeremy was actually talking with the creator
Of the mod, yeah.
and he actually is like, I think he's almost done with it.
Yeah, it's
He's
just about
finishing
done.
up a mod that basically like Jeremy kind of facilitated from us talking, and like usually a bit we do in the game is whoever's the detective, people will beg to be his deputy, which is just like, I'll be your number 2 guy, but then it's always like, are you
We
kill me?
do that naturally.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how it happens. It's
Yeah.
literally just you have someone with power, and you like, I want to be with you. I'm innocent, and sometimes they are, and
So
sometimes they're
I'll
not.
be like, I'm the detective guy. I'll go, Jeremy, deputy? And it's like, I know what that means.
and sometimes he goes, no, I don't trust
Ryan
you.
is never allowed to be my deputy.
Ryan-
He's always bad.
Yeah, he's always bad. So Jeremy developed with the creator of the mod a deputy role.
Yeah.
Which like you can explain it
So
more.
the deputy role, they like everyone can see who the detective is. They have a big blue D over their head. But the deputy, no one knows that they're the deputy, so you could lie about it. They can search dead bodies and see what they were, because only the detective can do that. The deputy can also do that, but it doesn't tell everyone. So they can pretend that they're searching things.
So
and
the deputy
then,
can just do that off the get-go?
yeah, he can just go up to a body and look at it and see what they are.
Which really, in a way, he's better than the detective now.
Yeah, it's
because
like
he's
the
a
detective,
secret.
you
He's
don't have a
a
big
secret detective.
target on the back of your head.
But he doesn't have access to the deputy menu and stuff like that. But if a detective dies, the deputy can go up to the detective's body and search it and become the detective.
I wonder if
that's
there's a way to make it so that the detective creates that role. Like actually makes
Deputizes someone.
Yeah.
The only-
that's
deputize,
right.
The only-
yeah, deputize
the
a traitor.
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah,
the only
it'd be
like part
interesting.
about it is like, yeah, because if like you would either have to make him able to turn traitors into deputies, or it would just be like, no, and be like, well, you're a fucking traitor, which obviously would break the
One
game.
of the weapons would just be a badge, and you just pin it on
That's
them.
Right.
There you
That's
go.
awesome.
Badge weapon.
But the pins have to apart,
That would
and they
be
bleed out.
phenomenal.
Yeah, the pin should do like 5
Yeah,
damage.
because that's usually what it is. We'll usually do some kind of dumb thing, and like Adam was saying, we did today with him not even being aware of any of that and all the videos we've done. He was the detective, and I was like, I'll be the deputy, and he basically knighted me, which is usually how you become a deputy.
But it was a trust exercise because I was knighting him with like an M16.
He was like, get on your knees, and I was like, I'm being knighted or executed. I don't know which
Yeah.
one. But that would be cool if then you
Yeah.
put a badge on someone.
What happened after that? That was
Yeah,
great.
we don't talk
wanna
about
spoil
that.
it.
But
But
yeah.
it was a
Super
good
fun.
one.
You also had a good round as the assassin.
Yeah, I was,
Assassin's a tough one.
I was learning the roles as we played it, so it was just sort of like,
Interesting technique to peel me away from the crowd.
yeah. I like to stay in character. I got to be Zoidberg. So that
Yeah,
was
you
cool.
was.
There was so many times where Adam would die and just go.
He made a death.
He would make some kind of noise.
Because I like your guys' role because we've done murder and stuff like that where it's like people will still talk afterwards, and we had to at one point be like, stop talking, like it ruins the whole thing. You guys are really good about like all of a sudden it's like, Jack got quiet. What happened?
Yeah.
We like
There
to
was-
deliberately not make like blah noises when we die too. Like,
Well,
it
we
makes
say
sense.
we do now because
Yeah.
people just tore us apart for it. Because
Yeah.
it was, dude, we had to unlearn it because it would just be instinct. And we would die and go, ah!
Right.
So even if you didn't know who killed them, you'd be like, well, Gavin's dead. He just went, ah! Sounds
And
like
then you
he's
just
dead.
figure out who they were alone with.
Which is
Right.
funny and feels right, but for the video, it's a lot funnier when people just go quiet or they die mid-sentence or like between a pause.
Which
as
is
well.
why,
It's like,
I only kill you when I'm
Someone died.
talking to you.
There was a moment today where, we went over the rules and everything with James and Adam before the game.
pretty quickly, yeah.
But of course, there's always like stuff mid-game, like, oh yeah, this, oh yeah, that. And Jack was telling them something. And everybody's talking because there's 7 people in the video. It was early on, so people are talking. And Jack's like, okay, so you gotta do this, you do that. But then there's one more thing, and like people are talking, and we're just like, fuck, Jack, finish it. Oh,
Yeah.
Jack's dead.
Yeah, it's because he was like, and then you got to make sure you, and then he died.
And
at
then
that
he
point.
died,
I was-
and it was-
and I was annoyed. I was like, spit it out, Jack. And then I just found a dragon in pieces.
Yeah, it's like, oh, he's dead.
I was getting flashbacks of Let's Play Live at RTX when they were telling us like, all right, you're going on this side of the stage, you're doing this, and it was like, I think it was like a Monty Python sketch. We kept running to one side, and Jack's like, no, other side. And at one point, we're crawling on the stage because we didn't know where to go.
It's a lot of information, right up front in that.
It's one of those, it's like trying to teach someone how to drive a car who's never driven before. You got to do this now, and you're like, there's a stick shift, and you move it. You're like, "No, there's a clutch. Don't worry about it, but it's the most important part of the car. Okay, I stalled. So anyway, we're not that smart.
Any chance we get to play more TTT, we do it.
Yeah,
We
we've
take
been
it now.
hammering
T
it.
squared.
It's probably our favorite
T-cubed.
thing to make right now.
I would say so.
What's your guys' favorite game at the moment for content?
We just wrapped Oh, we wrapped Gun, which was a really good time.
Oh, yeah,
Recording
Sean.
that.
Like the old Xbox 360 game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember it? The guy has a small face. Like,
Yeah, like, he's played by Thomas Jane. He's voiced by Thomas Jane. He's got a little tiny pinched face.
It's like it's all in the middle.
yeah, it's really weird because it came out before Red Dead Redemption.
Right.
And so this idea, like, imagine the coolest character you can. We tried to make him and his face is small. And it's like, he's half Native American, and you find that out at the end, and it's not that big of a deal. The end.
Yeah.
It's a perfect shitty like action game.
It's like, oh, it was the Old West, so they traveled by horse, which meant that their face got blown in the wind a lot, which made it tiny. We'll give them a tiny
Shrink
face.
your face.
also, it was made by Neversoft. You guys made Tony Hawk, so
Yeah, so it's like
There was a
Offspring
lot of like
soundtrack
metal and punk. Yeah.
No.
I do remember. I remember one of those guys going on G4 back in the day when he was talking about the game, and I remember they're like, "Oh, there's a cool little cowboy game." He's like, "Any final thoughts before you leave?" He's like, "You could take my gun from my cold dead hand." Like, okay, we're gonna go to cheat.
Out of 3.
Yeah, what a weird place to bring up gun rights. Like, love this video game, but
There he is.
yeah. Oh yeah,
That's not.
that's a good. That's a good angle.
That's not his tiniest of faces,
That's a
for
good
sure.
angle. His face gets smaller.
Over time.
Yeah, as the wind picks up,
Maybe just
it
the
gets
PC
smaller
version.
and smaller.
The game's amazing because you shoot
Did
dudes
you
in the
just
head
have like
and they just
someone
blow
just
up.
spill water on your screen or something, and his face was just always in the dollop?
Well, it's like water beating against like a rock. Like it erodes over time.
Yeah.
So as you play the game, his face gets
As
smaller.
the
and
dust
smaller.
takes its
Yeah.
toll.
Yeah. There's like bits and stuff, you know.
I think the best sort of games are the ones when you don't play it the way the developer intended for you to, where you just let the AI just run around and like shoot around you, and then you sort of see what a mess things are. Those are my favorite. Like, there'd be a guy in a chain gun, his head would get blown off, and then his friend would just walk up and stand there. We're just like, we'll wait. Like literally, one guy came out with no gun and just looked up like, what happened? And his head just explodes. So Gun's worth revisiting if you want to like
Yeah.
I liked it. I played it a couple of years after it came out too, so it
Yeah.
wasn't like this is brand new. But I was
Yeah.
just like, I think it was one of those like probably discount games. It was probably like $20 or something.
It's an achievement thing.
And I just bought it, and I was like, that wasn't awful.
That's a fair. That's
You
a
know,
nice way of
it's
saying
not
it.
awful.
Yeah, not terrible.
That was also, probably 2010. So
I don't know.
could be
the bar is moved.
yeah, could be a lot worse. That someone will go, it's not awful. People were playing it, and it came out the year they were born. It might not be as good.
Yeah. Are you guys still playing Destiny?
No, I haven't touched that in
Okay.
forever. Matt and Trevor are playing it. I know they're back in.
I've been seeing people tweet about.
Well, because like,
Hey, I'm jealous.
There's
there's a bunch
I can't
of
put the time.
It's one of those things like I really want to get back into it, and like as everyone's saying, which is usually the case with Destiny when there's a big thing that comes out, they basically are like, fuck it, you're leveled up now. Like they make it super easy to get back into
Yeah.
it, but like it still doesn't. That doesn't fix the commitment you need going forward.
And I have a huge mental hurdle because like my character, the last time I played was over a year ago, and I'm only at like 300 and something.
You're
Right,
750
like
now.
yeah, you're 750
it's
now.
750.
Period.
And I know
But the
everyone
top is,
says
like,
like you can
9
level
something,
up exponentially faster now that it's progressed so much. But like I still have this mental thing of like it feels like I have to do a lot to get there.
Yeah.
It's just the thing, like
And I don't remember what.
Right,
I
yeah, you
had.
have to relearn it. Like, where's this fucker at? Where's her?
Yeah.
Where does this currency go to?
But
What can
like, I just remember like being in Destiny. It was fun doing it, but even as I was doing it, I'm like, fuck. It'd be like, fuck. I bet I gotta log into Destiny
Yeah.
today. There's always like shit you have to do every day. It's
Yeah.
like even whether you want to play the game or not. It's like, oh, I gotta do the
Yeah,
daily.
you go to
Oh, I gotta
Zor,
do the
whatever his name
nightfall.
is.
Oh shit, I gotta wake up at fucking 6 a.m. to go run to this guy. I'm like, okay, cool. And it's like you might only play 15, 20 minutes, but
Yeah.
like you have to, or else you fuck yourself later in the week. And it's just like, it's such a thing to get back into.
Yeah, I thought after Borderlands, people would be like, "Oh yeah, Destiny. It's the same kind of game," but I don't know. But it didn't. I picked up Shadowkeep, and I was just like, "Well, maybe I'm over this." I don't know.
See, I don't know. Maybe I'm with Gavin, where I'm like, I'm fighting to not get back into it.
I also
I
don't
want to
want-
pick it up and play it, but I'm just like, do I though?
I also don't want the office to get back into it because we make nothing.
Oh,
When everyone's,
it's-
Destiny,
yeah,
everyone's
yeah,
just playing Destiny
killer.
at their desk. It's like,
Destiny's-
can we make some content?
Destiny's bad because like such a small percentage of the audience wants to watch it.
Yeah.
And like they're the most vocal. Like a new thing came out, Destiny. It's like even when like I would argue of all the games we've played in like 8 years of Achievement Hunter, that's probably the one where like people played the most outside of work. Where it's like I just like this game. both. It was required if we wanted to do raids and stuff, but we actually liked it. You know what I mean? If someone said to me like, "You gotta play Minecraft 4 hours a day when you get home," I'd be like, "Fuck you! I'm just not gonna do it."
Right.
But Destiny, it's like, yeah, okay, cool. We were all playing the game and we
Same,
all
yeah.
leveled up. There'd be occasional days like, okay, listen, Friday we're doing the raid. Everyone needs to be this level. And I'd be like, okay, fuck, I'm behind. Like, I gotta catch up. But I still wanted to play the game anyway.
Yeah.
But, like, the percentage of the audience that watches that is so small. And it sucks. Like, we loved playing it, and the people that liked it. But, like, when you invest 3 nights a week leveling up so you can make a video, and then, like, you know, 10% of the audience watches the video, it's just not viable to just, you know, make it. And then even, you know, we'd have time here and there between work. We'd be like, okay, hey, let's run the Nightfall real quick, and that's not a video. No. So we do it.
Oh, we know. We uploaded a couple and we went, this isn't funny.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So then it just became, we can't make that a video. So we'll just do it and not make a video. And then it'd be like, okay, they get that out of the way and we'll do something else. Then somebody would come in and be like, oh, you're doing the Nightfall? Oh, well, me and the other. And it's like, fuck. And then the cycle starts over again. We're like, okay, we'll do this real quick, 20 minutes, and then we'll shoot this video. But then someone else starts right as we finish. Now we're waiting another 30 minutes for a video. And it was just like, we got to stop playing this.
There was one, because I missed it was when we were playing Destiny 1, and I came in having missed some days earlier in the week, and I was like, I think I asked Jack, I was like, what did you film yesterday? He was like, we did the Nightfall. We didn't film it. I guess we didn't film it. You filmed nothing?
It's like we got ready for the raid no one was going to watch.
Right.
Yeah, which ends up like, we did. I think we only ever got through one raid as a group, and it was just like it took 2 days.
Spooky Nightfall. I know it because I've looked at that video 100. We did this video sitting in our
You're
queues.
trying to get the views up.
Remember we did? I think Adam James and I did a Nightfall like
Last
a
Halloween.
year ago.
Oh,
I
you
don't know
just
if that
called it
video's
spooky?
even gone up yet.
No, it's
because
sitting in our. We have a trash bin at our office, like on our like shared drive, where it's like we create like tickets and all this stuff. Where we're like we have a calendar and we have I don't know how many would you say like 10, 15 videos that will maybe never see the light of day.
Yeah,
So,
it's just they're past their prime of when they were actually relevant,
I think
or they're not that
it's
good.
worth holding on though, because in like 10 years, you could be like, you just throw it up without any explanation, and people be like, what's happening?
Well, we're all still working at Funhouse in 10 years.
What? Do you not want it?
And I'm 105. I'll just throw up that Spooky Nightfall and the boys. I'll eat it up.
We actually, Sarah came in yesterday and told us we need to make a spooky October video.
Right, we need
And we were
spooky
loading
videos.
up Trivial Pursuit, which isn't spooky, so I just turned the lights off.
Right. No webcams. There's not webcams.
And I just had to
Shut
tell
lights
the
off.
audience, I was like, you can't see it, but the lights are off.
The
This is
day
spooky.
before that, we needed a spooky video, so we played Chicken Horse.
I'll
You
say
missed
this.
that. We picked a map that had ghosts in the background. That's it. That's literally it. We're like, it's spooky. Look at that.
Boo.
Look at that witch. Boo.
Not to toot our own pan flute, but
Here we go.
Funhouse has all their spooky content banked.
Wow.
Oh, yeah,
Wow.
Because in
Hell of
July,
a toot.
one of us is like, guys, Halloween's coming up. They're like, and inevitably it's always, it's so far away. And then before we go, fuck, it's October.
Yeah, that's
That
us.
happens.
That's us every year.
So we.
Then we go, turn the lights.
Like honestly, I think we started recording scary things in July.
Yeah.
Like just we're like Elyse is great at just digging through and finding
Trash,
like
trash.
good, great trash.
Spooky
But, like,
trash.
there's-
Spooky.
I don't know. We found some scary game where you're like whistling
Silver-
for your dog.
Play Silver Chains. That was
Oh.
that was Blair Witch.
Blair Witch.
No.
Yeah, we
No?
haven't played Blair
Witch.
Witch. Blair Witch.
I think it was the
Bear bitch.
wheelhouse maybe.
It's really good.
It was like Minecraft looking. I don't know. It was,
Oh.
it's
I
actually
mean-
there was-
Roblox.
We got Silver Chains
Roblox.
coming. We got what's that itch game that Jacob played where you're in the ship, the bowels of the ship.
Itchy ship.
It's itchy ship and
Oh.
it's coming to console this fall.
Sea of Thieves.
yeah,
no,
close to that.
it's called like Under, I think.
It-
It's like
it- There's a lot of horror games where your view is about this and the hallways are tighter than that, and it's just like
and a tall man comes out.
Yeah.
He's coming toward you.
I
We've
don't
been doing
know.
a lot of VR spooky stuff.
You look in the chat?
Yeah.
What's going on there?
And
Stuff.
people being
I'm pointing
people.
at stuff.
Um,
Just get a reaction out
got
of
it.
me.
we've had
God damn.
Michael,
strangers.
Gavin, and Alfredo in Five Nights VR.
Dude.
Ass.
Dude,
That game's
so-
gold.
Gav is.
Has anything more than part one come out?
I don't think it's come out. No, I think
So
just part one is out.
we did Five Nights. They've got VR, and it's like they got a bunch of games in there.
Right,
They've
because
got
it's
at least-
every Five Nights game in that VR thing.
So
We did that, right?
Gavin and I did Five Nights, the first one, and we just kind of swapped back and forth.
it's like 5 episodes or something in it, right? Or it's all the games in VR.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
So so it's kind of like Ryan hosting that, and then it's Gavin and I swapping back and forth playing because it's funny to watch Gavin, but then I play so we can actually beat the levels.
Yeah.
I think in the last part, I just climbed under the desk.
Yeah, you did.
Part 1, yeah. The last one we filmed was just wild. It was like we put Gavin in the chair and he could barely get through the menu.
I just don't like it.
So then,
Don't like jump scares.
Ryan had to leave, just filming wise. He had to leave to go do something. So then we switched over to Five Nights 2, and Alfredo played, and then it was Gavin, Jeremy, and myself watching, and that was like unbelievable. I described it as that was Gavin 5 years ago, where like he had it in him. He had like the energy and the soul to be frightened and terrified and screaming.
Wow.
Before he was just like, I can't do it, you know. Which is now he's just like he's just a broken mess.
was
Alfredo
bad.
was like screaming and wailing and freaking out.
like
It was
learning
nuts.
and-
yeah,
and
yeah,
do-
yeah.
yeah.
Well, you Five Nights, everything past the first one is a lot easier in a sense that like it's a very strict mechanics of like if you do this thing, you won't die.
Right, like
Whereas
this keeps this guy away, this keeps this guy away, and you just have to
Yeah.
manage it all.
The first game is like do your best while random shit happens.
Yeah.
So it helped that Alfredo did the second game, and you were there like, you got to do this.
I
You
know,
got to
like,
do
the
that.
things to
do
do,
this
yeah.
thing now. Do that thing now. So he did a
Yeah.
lot better, but he was pooing himself
Yeah.
the whole way.
We played the VR one, and you have like there's stuff in your like on either side of you too, right? Where you gotta like now turn physically and be attentive to this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like 2 vents or 2
It gets
doors.
more complicated as
Yeah.
the games go on.
The
There's-
worst part is that you can't see both sides at the same time. You've got to be like,
Yeah. And if there's a microphone in the way, you tend to hit it.
Yeah,
Because you have more on your face. But
How do
there's
you-
oh, sorry. go
Oh
ahead.
no, please.
No, you go.
Mine's
No,
on.
no, no, both of you at the same time.
Okay,
Talk over
on
each
3.
other.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Who's the scaredest in the office? And then who's the second scaredest and the third scaredest and the fourth scaredest? Scaredest. Mine's a child's question. What were you gonna say?
makes a pee-pee?
What were you gonna
I
say?
said, what's your name?
What were
Are you
gonna
lost,
say?
little girl?
Who are you?
What were you actually gonna ask?
I think something about the one where you like screw its eyeball out or something like that. I don't know if
Oh,
you played
that's
that
the
one.
robot repair thing. I
Yeah.
don't know if I think Ryan said he tested that out.
Ryan was like, let's play it, let's play it, let's play it. And then he played it, and he was like, we shouldn't play that. That was his recommendation.
Yeah.
But Ryan's a terrible judge of
He
content.
also is.
How do you rank the cowardice of Achievement Hunter?
So Gavin would always be number 1, but now
Jeff? What about Jeff's up there.
Jeff also not an Achievement Hunter. Jeremy.
That's true.
Get
Good
with
point.
the times.
Good point.
But again, going back to like Gavin is now like broken terrified, where he'll
Yeah.
be like, just kill me.
right.
Whereas
I think
Alfredo,
in one of the runs, I opened all the drawers looking for a gun to shoot
you
myself.
did say that.
you
You
did.
did say that.
But there wasn't one.
Shockingly, it would probably be Alfredo. Fiona's up there, but Fiona's I don't know what level it is because she just won't play it.
Right.
Is she just refusing?
Oh, I mean, I can't put that on her because she's never been around for VR and she's been like, no, I won't do it. It's just talking about it. She's like, no.
I believe she would be the only person that we physically won't get.
I don't know, but Alfredo said the same thing, and then we went to film it. And he's like, fuck, and then he put it on. But I would say it's Alfredo, Fiona, then Gavin at this point.
Oh, Alfredo scared us.
Again, I've seen him. Fiona is more like, that's crazy. I'm not gonna do that. So I don't know. I haven't seen her play the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah. The worst thing you can do with a group of people you work with or like this, like a content creator type, where you can never show any fear because then they'll exploit you. Because every time a scary game comes in, they'll lie to me and they're like, we're playing fun game, and then they're like, the lights are off, and they're like, they blacked out all the lights, and they're like, put on the VR headset, it's fun, get in there. And I'm just like, God damn it. So I work with great people. They love me.
I find it genuinely unpleasant. To be
Alfredo agrees, but it's very apprehensive. But it's very, oh, what's that? Oh, what's this? Oh, Gavin is like, stop me. He just wants to sit. He's like, kill me.
Right.
Yeah.
He didn't used to be like that, but that's where he's at.
That's what he's become.
You broke him. You did
You
it.
can see age has set in.
You take the
for
drawstrings out. You take the laces out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't defend yourself.
Exactly, yeah. He's living that soft Nerf life.
Do you have like a fear feeling? Because I get it now where it's like, I just feel like the back of my head is.
That's death.
Afraid.
Yeah,
It's,
well,
it's
in
getting
in what
closer.
sense? Like about certain things, or
Just if I'm playing a scary game or something spooky
No.
is happening, I just get that the back of my head feels like the hair's standing up. I'm like,
No.
is that fear or is that? Because I felt that feeling before, like ASMR-ish feeling, but now it's like associated with fear.
I have fear. So if someone whispers to you, you get afraid.
Real scared.
Is what I'm gathering from
But it's
this.
weird because sometimes it's like it's in a scary situation, but I don't feel scared. But then I feel that feeling, and I'm like, I guess I'm scared right
I
now.
should be. Yeah.
Close your eyes. Mufasa.
I'm out of it.
The weather's finally cooling off, and it's a great time to warm up your kitchen with new flavors and unexpected culinary combinations. Seasonally inspired produce, step-by-step cooking techniques, and chef-tested recipes are just the beginning. Because when you make dinner with Blue Apron, you're not just cooking, you're creating. Blue Apron offers 3 flexible plans: the 2-person plan, the 4-person family plan, and the WW Freestyle plan. Blue Apron helps me discover my inner chef and learn new recipes and techniques. With Blue Apron, the hard parts are done for me. Cooking isn't a burden anymore. In fact, it's actually fun to learn new kitchen skills with each meal. Because of my hectic schedule, Lord knows it's hectic, I felt like I had no other choice than to go out to eat more than I should. As you might be aware, I did that quite a bit. But Blue Apron helps me make cooking at home sustainable and part of my weekly routine. I actually have time to cook wholesome, delicious meals instead of relying on takeout. Last night, I had the roasted pork and spiced vegetables with glazed apple. Just pulling it up here in the very convenient app. You can change your order. You can skip a week if you're going to be out of town. Super simple to use. Super easy to pick what kind of food you want. I love doing it. I've had Blue Apron for years now. Just love having it. To start making delicious, brag-worthy meals at home without the hassle, try Blue Apron. Check out this week's menu and get $60 off when you visit blueapron.com/offtopic. That's blueapron.com/offtopic. Blue Apron, a better way to cook. I just found myself playing, like, wishing I would be more scared and then just being angry when
Yeah,
I
you get
beat
mad.
the level.
You get war.
Believe it or not, that's, yeah. I got mad. Like, I knew I was gonna die, because in Five Nights, like the first one at least, you know, all you literally have is, like, you can switch cameras, you can turn lights on, you can close the doors.
Yeah.
And if you go to do something and it just goes bam, bam, like you can't do it, it's like, oh, I'm dead.
Yeah.
So that removes all the fear from me, because it's like, well, you're about to be jump scared. Like, you're gonna die.
Right,
now.
that-
you can't close the door, which means you've lost.
It's
which means the
arguably
guy's
less
gonna jump
scary
out.
than-
Right, it is. So I'm just
Yeah.
like, well, fuck, I'm gonna die. And then the
Right.
guy jumps out, and like that's not fun to watch. That's why then we put Gavin in, and he goes pee-pee, and then it's
Yeah.
very funny, and people like it.
Well, it's like horror games have broken up into their own subgenres, where it's you'll get scared and you can't fight for yourself, or we'll give you a weapon and then it stops being scary because you have a flamethrower or something
Right.
like that, or you could barely survive or something like
Right.
that. So it's like there's enough of these where it's like Five Nights, you know, you're always the prey. You're always gonna die. So like you're right. You mess one thing up and you're like, you just accept death.
Yeah.
Right, it's like I'm
Yeah.
dead. It would
Yeah.
be arguably more afraid, like terrifying, if I had some way to defend myself, because then it's like, will I die or not? But it's just like, you can't close the door, well, you're dead.
Right.
Got an IRL question for you as this translates to. I mean, and it'll apply to everybody else who has loved ones in their lives, but I feel it might be a different level for you. Since you had kids, do you feel...
How do you know? What?
You show them on your phone because you act like a hard dude, and then you go, "Here's my baby."
Yeah. They're hard dudes too. You know?
They are hard dudes. I'll admit that.
Damn.
Since you procreated and you have these beings now that are dependent upon you,
Correct.
do you feel like your ability to take risks with your own personal welfare has changed? Because I'll tell you, like, for example, James has a motorcycle, and he's had a motorcycle for
That's how we know
15
he's
years.
tough.
Yeah.
And-
I heard about it.
10 years ago, I would, ride on the back of his motorcycle with him places. We would go, up in the hills and stuff. We'd do whatever. I drove one of his older motorcycles like myself, and I was like, oh, this is whatever. But now, since I have Benson in my life, and I'm like, nothing can happen to me. I'm like, I don't want to risk it as much.
So
Do you,
So you play it safer.
do you feel
play it
special?
safer.
I don't have like life danger concerns. I'm never like, whoa, be extra careful at the
Yeah.
traffic stop. It's more just like, I have anxiety now I've never had before.
Oh.
Because it's like shit that I never cared or thought about before. Of being like, whatever, if, whatever, I'm fucked.
Pet snake, why not?
I have to move back to New Jersey or whatever, or Lindsay and I have to get new jobs or whatever, this and that. I don't know, it's very much like, who gives a shit, I'm living in the now. But like, and it wasn't even like, boom, you had a kid, now I feel this way. It was like a slow transition into now it's just like, all just future concern of like, college and school and this and that, and like, will they have friends at school, and like just like shit that like it's a weird scenario where like I feel anxious and then have to think about why. I don't like sit there and go, oh, I'm worried about this. Like I don't ever manually sit there and worry about shit, but I'll just be going about my day, and it's usually like it works fine because like we're busy, you know, like Gavin's stinking up the stream, ruining everything, and I'm yelling at him. We're playing TTT and that's whatever, and then like I get home, and like especially if Lindsay's out of town, I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, I'm doing my thing. Like most of my life pre-moving here, I was like by myself, and I loved it. Like stay the fuck away from me, leave me alone, I want to be by myself.
Hell yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Now I hate it.
Hype man.
Because now I'm just like, oh fuck, what if this happens in 2 years? Like, what if I don't get Iris into this fucking preschool and then she won't be ready for school? Da 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 da. It's real lame old people
I
shit.
wish it was easier to worry faster.
And I've talked
Just get it over with.
and it
Yeah,
just
'cause-
came out of nowhere. It came out of nowhere, and it's all shit about like that might happen, right? Like. If only like if I had to deal with shit, it's different because it's like this is the issue, I'll deal with it, and then. But it's always like, what if this? What if that?
But it probably puts things in perspective, though,
It
right?
does.
Where you go, like, I got a flat tire, or like this one, you know, my Apple Watch came late, or
Yup.
something stupid.
100%.
You go, well, at least my kid's okay. And
Yup.
he wasn't eaten by a wolf.
I care way less about shit now. I mean, even a couple months ago, whatever, Iris got a fucking marker and she like drew all over my desk, like just squiggles and shit, and I posted it on Instagram. Yo, kill that bug.
Fly, where'd it
Yeah,
go?
dude, that fly's
Is it-
coming for you.
Is it like on my eyeball?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's inside you now.
It goes back with all your eyelashes.
But like,
And then it starts controlling.
get me sugar.
shitty ratatouille.
But like, I posted that because I thought it was funny. Like, it's like I went downstairs to make her lunch and came upstairs. I'm like, oh, you fucked the place up. Nice. That's what you did while I was gone. That was really nice of you. And you know, most of the comments were like, "What'd you do? Like, were you mad? What happened?"
hit her?
Yeah. Oh, I beat the shit out of her.
Show us the
But I-
marks.
But I was just like, right. I was like, oh, she made me some art. And people were like, "What'd you do?" And I was like, literally 100%. I went, at least you didn't eat it. Twice now, she has found printer ink, like a cartridge, and busted it open and rubbed it all over her body
Right.
and on her tongue and her face. And I was like,
Is that like impossible to get off?
you can get like 80% of it off, but then as I called poison control and they told me, they're like, you can't scrub too hard because it's bad for the skin. They're like, just get most of it off and you just wait a couple
is it
days.
poisonous, or is it just?
Nah, it was like,
No,
fine. It was just like shit.
Unintentional
They're like,
child
"That's fine."
blackface. Too.
That's
Right.
the second time she did it, I was like, "It's 2019. You gotta stop
I know.
doing this."
Where
I
are
said
you,
that
at
to her.
Trudeau?
I said that to her, right? Yeah. Dude, Canada, harsh. But I was like, "You gotta stop." I don't give a fuck. I saw that and I was like, "I don't give a fuck, dude." 5 years ago, I would have been fucking pissed. I would have been like, "Oh my god, this that." Now I'm like, "Who gives a shit? Who cares?"
Have you ever had the moment that
I gotta buy 2 cars within like 2 years when these kids are teenagers.
You don't have to buy them cars.
I
They
gotta
earn
buy
the
'em
car.
cars,
No,
dude.
they work at Six
Touched on something
Flags.
interesting.
That'd be awesome.
You were about to say, could you condense this all or something?
Condense the
Or
soul.
what were you, no, you were gonna say, could you take
Yeah.
your anxiety and?
Well, I feel like I do most of my worrying if I desperately need sleep, and it's like I'm trying to like go to bed early or like not wake up super early, and then I'll wake up and I'll like just take a look at the clock. It'll be like 5 a.m. I'll be like, God damn it, I need to sleep more. And then that's when it's like I start thinking about all this stuff.
In bed
I'm
is
like-
the worst.
Oh,
it's the
it's-
And then
worst
I'm
time.
wide awake. I'm like,
It's the worst time.
and I know that eventually I'll be done, like thinking everything over. But it might take like an hour and a half. I just wish I could just get it done in like a couple of minutes and be like, and I'm good.
Yeah.
But it takes a long time to worry
If I'm
about.
going into that scenario where I'm like, I know I'm gonna be laying awake for a while, like just thinking about whatever, I'm like, nah, I'll just go do
just get up and
something.
do it,
Yep,
yeah.
I get up and go do something. I'm just like, I'm not gonna sleep
I should just do
anyways.
that because I end up just lying there trying to sleep.
Yeah.
The worst is when the worry is to get up. So you're like, it's midnight, I gotta get up at 6 a.m. And the brain goes, I got you, bud. You're gonna stay wide awake for the
Right,
next
you're
6
up,
hours.
you're up now.
You're like,
and then
no,
you're-
I need sleep. He goes, no, we're up now. We're up. The wolves are coming. You're like,
You look at the
"Damn it."
clock and you're like, oh, I've just lost that's like 5 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get minimum, and then it's like 4, and then you have to come to terms with the fact it's like, oh, tomorrow's a wash.
Right. Or you
And
go
at some
like,
point, it's like 3 a.m. where you're like,
I might as well be
Well,
hungover.
that was the last 5 nights we did. Because you were doing like slow-mo stuff or whatever, and you were kind of like, you were shooting and then editing, so you were kind of, you know, like, I can come to the office when you need me. And I was like, hey, can you come in for VR today? We're going to do more 5 nights. And you're like, I can come in, but I didn't sleep.
yeah. It was
You're like,
everything
I'm
that.
going to be loop. that was like what you said.
Why? Because I put up
What's
a
up?
video that had to coincide with a movie, so they were like, get it done in
Oh.
2 days.
No?
Gemini Man.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
spilling myself.
Oh. Hmm.
But yeah,
I just know we're all excited. No, two for the price of one?
Third.
I should be buying 2 tickets.
I guess technically.
Is
yeah.
what I said. No, have you ever done the thing though? This is a genuine question for someone who
Like
eventually
the
wants
Jack
to become a
comment.
parent.
Very genuine. Like
This is
people
about
like
blackface?
it.
Oh,
No.
okay.
He does it all the time, but at
Yeah.
least your audience likes that apparently.
Yeah.
Well, no. So like as a parent,
They like Jack.
have you ever done
Jack face.
Have you ever gone the other way where you looked into the void? So like you want to dog tooth your kids, where those are the people who like spoke a fake language to the children growing
yeah.
up just to be like, because I could. They're like,
Nah, it's bad enough for my
Okay.
kids, right? Like they already have to deal with this,
okay,
so I don't need to make it worse.
right.
You know what I mean?
So, but because there's all these things, there's all these responsibilities now that fall on your shoulders, which are like, do I tell them Santa's real? Do I tell them if there's an afterlife? Like,
It's also for me like kind of weird because like I was the third child, so like a lot of that shit of like we're first parent, like we're parents, we have a first kid, is very like don't tell them this or do tell them that, whatever. By the time I'm the third kid and also like much younger, my brothers are 6 and 9 years older than me, so they're very much like we don't give a fuck, you know. So like, and whereas Lindsay is younger than me, but also was the firstborn. So she got that 100% of like, these are the rules, and this is the thing, and this is that, whatever. And then I had nephews before my kids. So like, I'm very much like, who gives a shit? You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it's very much like, I didn't have the first child syndrome of like, oh my God, are they breathing? Are they this and that? You know, I'd be like, they're fine.
Yeah.
Like, it looks, they're not blue.
it's harder to kill
you know?
them than you think.
Right. So
telling a kid that there's an afterlife is oddly irresponsible because
Yeah.
it's like they'll be like, oh, you could just blow this one.
But like,
Yeah.
You only get one.
At the same time, for me though, I feel like as a parent, there's some sort of gray area. For me, is it too far on the other end? Like, what happens in that? I go, well, you're dead.
Yeah, try not to lose what you have.
What happens there? You're fucking dead, and then worms eat you.
I remember being like
It's worms,
7 or
isn't
8.
That's what they're in the
and-
dirt. They love it.
I remember being like 7 or 8 and waking up in the middle of the night and thinking, after this, there is nothing. That's it. I just die. And then having like a mild.
I know Eric's here.
I had like a mild panic attack.
I feel that way every time. If I fall asleep on a plane, there's like a 15-second window where I'm like realizing where I am and coming to terms with that, and I'm like, oh my god, I've got on a plane again. Oh, an idiot. I'm gonna die. That would be a waste. I don't even want to go on this plane.
That'd be a waste. That'd be a waste.
I'm like, oh, I died in a plane crash. But it's like the sudden fact that you could end now.
No,
and there's nothing.
Yeah,
else.
but
I
you
guess it-
can't
for
think
me,
about that.
It was like
There's
the first
nothing
time I
after.
really
Sometimes
thought
you can.
about.
Depends what you're
there's
doing.
nothing, you know.
If you're on a plane, no. If you're like, I'm gonna run through this chainsaw maze, you probably should.
Nah, don't think about it. Just do it. You know what I mean? Like, my mentality is I'll run through the chainsaw maze, and either people go, wow, that's the guy who made it through the chainsaw maze, so they go, Jeremy died in the chainsaw maze. That's a cool story.
But the thing is, I was you once. You're in that now. Because if your dad's like, cat will get over it.
yeah, she'll find another
But
guy.
like, then once you
taller.
have kids and shit, like they won't
Stunning.
get over it.
Stunning.
She's a stunning woman.
You know what I mean?
She'll
Like,
have,
yeah, she
Your
is.
kids won't get over it.
She'll
They
be
won't be
fine.
like, awesome, my dad died in a chainsaw maze.
Yeah.
They'll be like, why isn't daddy coming
Yeah.
home?
Who's that
Well,
guy
then you
above the
start-
fireplace?
Then you start
Some
to
dude.
feel bad.
No.
You know?
and then
Yeah,
you
that-
become an American folklore hero. Like, Daddy, tell me about the man that ran through the chainsaw.
Yeah, exactly.
It'd be awesome for other kids.
My kids be sitting, every time they
Yeah.
hear a lawnmower start, a tear comes down.
You're like,
Like, I remember.
Yeah.
I don't
Paul
know.
Bunyan,
I've-
Jeremy
yeah.
Dooley. Like,
Once you have like a
Johnny
fucking
Appleseed.
2-year-old and you come home from work and they're like, da-da, and they like grab your hand and pull you around, you're like, fuck, I can't die. It's brutal.
Like, you're
Right.
making
You know?
this hard.
Exactly. Right. You've increased my will to live, and I don't like it.
Your kids watch Sesame Street?
Iris has watched a little bit.
How you feel about that new Muppet that addresses the opioid crisis?
I haven't seen that one.
What?
It sounds very specific. She likes
I
big
feel like I
words.
was going to you for Muppet News. I feel like I need
Yeah.
that.
Did she ask you about Xanax?
I try to stay abreast. There's a new Muppet, a puppet
Someone
on
been
Sesame
dealing
Street.
down on Sesame Street.
There's a puppet that the puppet's mother is recovering from an opioid addiction because it's supposed to be an inroads for kids to learn about the opioid crisis in America.
A little late.
I know.
Yeah, there's always something in Sesame Street that's always like every 10 years or something where it's like, here's the Muppet with AIDS from South
Yeah.
Africa. Here's the one with the opioid crisis. This one has a gambling addiction, but only to horse racing. It's like really, really specific.
Was there a Muppet with AIDS?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
A
about 10 years
little
ago.
too late though.
So
We
it's like
cured
canon
AIDS.
that Muppets have blood and stuff?
it begs the question, right? Like,
You better find out.
yeah, is there safe sex with Muppets? And then they're like Big Bird, what's a condom? And they're like, let me show you.
They haven't
But it's the guy
killed
doing
yet.
this. Like,
No, okay, no. But Sesame Street did deal with the death of Mr. Hooper.
They did do that.
Like Big Bird's like, where's Mr. Hooper? And then they're
That's
like,
it?
Big Bird, we got
We gotta,
X-Day on the
pretty
Hooper
much,
head.
do we tell the dumb bird? I don't know. It's
But
all
yeah, you're
simple.
right. Like
Yeah,
a Muppet.
a Muppet hasn't died yet. When they're like,
Which
where's
one?
where's
But
Oscar? And they're like,
but I feel
clearly
like-
he died. Like, you know,
I
obviously.
feel like that's fine though.
Lives
They're
in the
not
trash.
humans though, right?
Max.
They could be immortal.
Lowering Oscar's cannon to the
He'll be
grave.
dead.
Yeah, which Muppet do you
Well,
think?
because they always have to do that on shows.
Cat says heart.
Oh, you watch it.
It's a weird thing. So like Riverdale, it's a bummer. They had Luke Perry passed away, right? He was on the show, and then it's weird because like as the writers, it comes up like, how do we deal with this character? And like we'll do a send off. It's really nice. They've never done it for a Muppet yet, where they're like, Big Bird OD'd, like Snuffleupagus was in the passenger seat. He's like,
I am real and I have cancer.
okay.
This show is dark.
Yeah,
This
why'd you do
podcast
this?
is dark.
You guys brought it.
Yeah,
I like how
You're
Big
like,
Bird
why
works.
do you get such big?
Like
do you-
the,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a dude constantly like
mechanic.
this going.
it's gotta be well annoying to do
Yeah.
that all day.
Yeah, his spine is curved.
Yeah.
Like, it's over. It's over for that man.
Can he swap hands? Can he like the next day do that one?
It does it, but Big Bird's neck, like, folds over a little bit when he switches. It looks like he's dying a little bit.
What happens when he gets old?
Yeah.
Big Bird
It's like,
just slowly.
hold on, Big Bird's neck's getting tired. It's only on, what? Sesame Street's only on HBO now?
It would be funny to watch a whole episode of
been fucked.
Sesame Street, but Big Bird is as comfy as possible the whole time. So like his arms down, and he's just like in the,
The
suit.
neck's just
yeah, he's just
flopped
like
over.
looking up under his
What happened,
arms.
Big Bird? Hurt my neck on a skiing accident.
Carol Spinney.
Oh my god, that's a horrifying graphic.
I think it's so cool.
Carol Spinney, the original Big Bird, only does Big Bird now for very, very special occasions. He's trained his replacements for his impending death. And
Doc, still Doc.
and
Who will take my mantle?
it's a big thing. It's a big thing to pass on
a
to
big
someone.
bird.
That's a big bird.
I mean, at this point, they could surely make that more technologically comfortable.
No.
They could
No.
just
They've tried.
make a rump. It could
impossible.
live. They could give it life.
Why not
really.
just hang its neck off a wire so he doesn't have to hold it up?
The Big Bird thing is real, but then there's also the chart of the people who are inside the cars from the movie Cars, where they're like, there's a diagram you can find. It's like
Yeah.
humans in cars, but it's the idea is that there's a human like being hung like Vincent D'Onofrio in The Cell, where he's just being held up and they have like a tube hooked up to his anus, and his eyes are being projected to the windshield.
Great. It's great.
It's horrific. I don't know.
Well, it's like fuck. What's the skeleton? You know when like they'll be like, here's a skeleton of
Oh, Mr. Hamburger
like
Helper
or like
whatever.
a toad skeleton,
Yeah.
Oh.
and it's like disgusting.
Yeah.
It's usually
like
shit with like
anatomically
weird
correct.
shit.
Yeah.
You know,
if you want weird
Pokemon
body
after
shape.
Yeah. Like a mushroom on their fucking head or whatever. They do that. There's like a whole book about like Pokemon like that.
Like
Oh
what
my God.
Diglett is under the.
Yeah, it's like their fucked up bone structure and how much is just like weirdo like fatty tissue and shit. I didn't make the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
Brachial
waste
steering.
removal tube.
Damn, dude.
Liquid
Ka-chow.
waste removal too.
Chow.
Oh my
It's
god.
just-
Solid waste removal tube.
it would be cool to print that out and then like hang it at Pixar or somewhere. Like
They probably got it, right?
maybe, and they're like, "This is how it works. This is the lore." Before Lasseter left, he said, "This is how it is." Sit on my lap. Anyway,
Ugh.
so hey, I've never seen Cars, so I don't know if that's true.
Yeah,
or not.
saw the- I
can't
saw the
confirm
first
or
one.
deny.
I saw the first half.
Something happened in Ottawa yesterday.
There's two things.
You really jumped to that.
Well, no. I mean, we didn't jump. You know, we've been going 50 minutes.
I think we should
man.
talk about this.
So, well,
I think we should
here's
talk about
the
the
thing.
stink of the
It comes
stream.
up in the same instance. So
You wanna talk about
we streamed 7 days today from 12-ish to 2, and two things happened. One, we kept referencing a thing that happened on AWU yesterday, and we said we wanted to go into detail on off topic, which is right now.
Yeah.
And then in the stream itself, Gavin
Was stinky.
was like the stinkiest he's ever been in his
Not
life.
physically stinky.
Oh.
Like I'm a little stinky right now because I have a new shirt on.
transfers
Oh, it's got
to
that
physical a little bit. I felt. I
always
smelt what he
thought-
did.
Yeah.
I always thought it would be more stinky if it was intentional, but it was.
Regardless,
You're right.
I mean, maybe, but it still doesn't remove the stink entirely. It's just maybe not as bad as it would have been.
So we're playing 7 Days to Die, zombie apocalypse game. You know, keep getting all this stuff. like-
Minecraft-esque elements of like, there's a billion things to collect, and you get recipes and build
and
shit.
you're like, I'm gonna hang on to this so I can build.
you're
a
always
thing
you're
later,
always
and-
saving shit you find.
So we
and
had
dump
two
it back
big
at the base.
crates full of things like that we had collected throughout all the streams and all the
Which is
episodes we had done.
maybe what 5 or 6 at
Yeah.
this point of
You
like
know,
this
like
world.
hour and a half to 2 hour long streams.
Yeah.
All of it in 2 crates. Ryan finally builds a motorcycle, like a motorbike.
Like a mini bike, yeah.
Yeah, Gavin gets on it and proceeds to keep driving around the house,
Like in the
inside
house.
the house,
Yeah.
not realizing that
He
it
knew before
destroys
this.
everything.
He's
it
just
touches.
smashing shit as he's driving, like walls and chairs, and shit's getting destroyed.
So he drives into
kids do.
2
Gotta stank to
crates.
Well, because he keeps trying to be. His goal was he was trying to be Evel Knievel and drive down the stairs out the front door.
But like you know,
Yeah.
like a kid's sled, I wanted to go straight out the front door. Of course.
And you drove right into 2 of the crates we have at the top of the stairs containing all of our stuff
I think
in
I was
it.
slowly backing
You
up,
did.
like
You backed
aligning
up.
with
You
the
backed
stairs,
up into them
then
and destroyed
They
them.
just exploded behind me.
Into 2 bags full of our stuff that was in the crates, which then glitched or something and disappeared.
Yeah. So
So-
it's like 6 streams
All your
worth of
work.
stuff. All our
All
work.
gone.
Yeah.
And like constantly, Michael after that was being like,
Well, we all
thinking
laid
about
into
stuff
him.
to-
We
We
laid
laid
into
him.
him.
We killed him a couple times.
And then it was like, all right, we move on. And
Yeah.
then the next 30 minutes to an hour was like, let me just go. Oh, we don't have that anymore.
yeah,
It just happened over and over again. And then you were like, oh, let me just get my pickaxe. And Ryan was go, Jeremy.
I was like, I put it in the chest.
Ah,
fuck! Gone. All of it. Yeah, Gav really rinsed
There
that.
would have been a time 2 years ago. I would absolutely have done that intentionally, just to like stir shit up.
Right. Content. I get it.
Well, yeah.
And now
Yeah.
you're scared.
Yeah, that's it.
We now
broken little
actually
boy.
heard
Now
it.
he dropped to the floor and he was like, kill me.
But now, when stuff like that happens unintentionally, I'm just like, why was it me? Why did that happen to me?
I guess it's karma, because if you were doing it intentionally before, maybe now it's life's way of like
Yeah.
circling.
Yeah.
What always
around,
told me
yeah.
is that it was meant to be happening the whole time.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't have stopped.
I mean, it was really funny. But then you went through the ringer.
People don't get genuinely mad at you though, because you have this foppish charm.
This aura.
I would hope not. It's a video game.
He's
It's a
super,
video game.
He's super fop, for sure.
Right.
What?
She said you had foppish
I
charm.
said you had a foppish
Oh.
charm.
I said you're fop.
Can I look up what foppish is?
Sure.
Let me see if I'm
I feel like that's
offended
your word.
Yeah, people don't get legitimately mad at him.
It's on a word of a day
I'm sure
calendar
some do.
somewhere.
Absolutely.
Or toilet
yeah.
paper.
Someone early on in the chat said, Jeremy, I'll pay you $1,000 if you slap Gavin in the face. Which
Foppish.
one, they wouldn't.
They
Two,
wouldn't.
that
With his
person hates Gavin.
clothes.
Also,
Appearance.
3, I would
Okay.
absolutely
In
do
an
that if
effective
$1,000
and
was really
excessive
on the
way.
table.
Well,
Right, but it's not.
I didn't mean it in that. I don't know. I don't think I knew what foppish meant.
You thought it was an onomatopoeia.
Just like the sound.
I mean,
I don't think I knew what it meant. Well, I guess you take all the drawstrings out.
Well, he does now because his
foppish of
cat pulls
Maybe
them
I'm
out.
confusing it with
maybe
a
his
different
cat's
word.
foppish.
something that sounds like
Something with an
foppish.
ish maybe at the end of it.
Mingish.
A boyish
But, like,
charm.
Why straight to Minge?
Mingish charm.
Yeah, his brain lives in the
lives
Minge.
He's out in the minge.
charm.
Trolley
Out in
cart,
the
if you
grapes.
will. Hearty, hearty, heart.
So yeah,
like-
my bad. Oops.
He did that, and then it was almost like the game immediately punished him because for some reason he was
What a
frozen.
Jebby fop.
He was frozen in place. And he's like, I can't move. Like, my game's not frozen. I just can't move. So then we decided to open the doors and let the zombies kill him.
Yeah, they
It was
just came
nice.
in and ate him.
And he was just standing going, ah! And just tore him to shreds and murdered him. We just kept fucking killing him over and over again. Jack shot him in the back of the head with a shotgun.
That was very funny.
Blasted him
Well, I
in the
had a
face.
club. First, I clubbed him to death. Then I had the club again, and I was.
Good song.
You can't kill people that are your friends in that game.
Oh my
So
god.
I was counting down the time he had left to become
Oh,
my
man.
friend before I killed him with the club.
Yeah.
So at 1, he accepted the friend request, avoided the club, and then Jack blasted him with a shotgun.
It was so loud too. I was like, oh, my ears were ringing a little bit. He was just like, did Gavin just get murdered with a shotgun? And Jack goes, maybe.
Yeah. Pretty funny.
And it was also interesting too. Ryan of all people was then trying to like defend Gavin.
It's okay.
Well, no, I mean,
Where he was
right,
like, okay, hang on, guys. And
Well,
then,
I think I'd been getting it for about 10 minutes.
You've been getting it, and then somebody said something, and Ryan came to the realization. I was like, well, also Gavin is the one person who will never shut the fuck up ever if I flub a word. And we're like, that's also true. Like I just did now.
Yeah, you went. Yeah, you hate him.
Yeah, I'm like, you hate his guts. He's like, yeah, no, yeah, okay, yeah, you deserve this. He was kind of going back and forth on whether you
wavering.
deserved it or not. It just kept happening though. Oh man, I just kept going, oh! And he was like, Michael, stop thinking about it. Stop thinking about the chest.
Nothing can be done. But Awu, though.
So anyway, yesterday on Awu.
Yeah.
I should just let Jeremy.
I wasn't there. I discovered the aftermath.
Okay, yeah, there was a real aftermath to this.
I mean, I could even say my version, and then if you want to rewind it,
Yeah, why don't you
explain
go
it.
first?
So Trevor and I were out of the office. We came back at the end of the day. We walk in. Everybody's gone home. There's a pile of trash all over the place. Our first thought is, Awu. They open packages. And then we see there's like paint all over the place. There's like exploded like neon paint. The sledgehammer's
thing
covered
itself,
in paint.
yeah.
And then Trevor finds these electrodes sitting on your desk, which is like, you know, if you have like cramps or like sore muscles, you know, you can put them on, and then you have a
zap you.
dial.
You want abs.
You want abs. You put them on while you sleep, and then you wake up with rock hard abs.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Does it work like that?
Yeah.
yeah, that's what the commercials say.
Yeah.
So we're like, something happened here. So we go into the post-production room, and we're just like, so anything like, sometimes that spills over. Sometimes like, you know, information or just the video itself. Like somebody's going nuts. Let's bring it into this room. So I'm just like, hey, anything pop off today? And people are like, no, not really. Well, Jeremy's dick was out.
Okay.
And I was like, what?
Oh, is Kat still watching?
Yeah. So, I was like, what is
I've already
happening?
explained
And so
this
then I
to her.
texted Jeremy.
Supporting a new man.
And I was like, dude, heard your dick was out. And he goes, again, it was not out. It didn't come out. And I'm like, whoa.
It wasn't out. It was visible. Here, okay, so here's what happened.
It wasn't invisible.
I mean, it's semantics at this point.
Here's what happened. We got the electrodes. It all started with those.
That's where the mystery began.
That's where it all began. We got those in Awu, and
That damn smile. That's where the trouble began.
Today and yesterday, I've had a very stiff neck because of something that we filmed.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Which
Shot
I
the
just,
other day.
like, destroyed my
Yeah,
neck. dude.
Jeremy was talking to me like a supervillain. You were just
I had
spinning
to,
like,
like,
turn
turn
hey,
like
what's
this.
up?
I couldn't move my neck yesterday. I'm a little better now. But so we got those in Awu
Batman
yesterday.
for the Dark Knight.
And it's exactly like Batman
Yeah.
Begins.
Yeah.
And
Rachel.
so I had to put them on the back of my neck because I was like, maybe it will help loosen them up and everything.
Yeah.
And like we did that, and we were noticing it was making my head go like this because it was contracting the muscles. So then I put it on my arm so that we could see everything moving, and it was funny. And then Gavin and Alfredo were like, it'd be funny if we put them on someone's ass because then the cheeks would move and everything. And I was like, well, I've already used the pads. I'll do it. The plan being, I'd put these on my ass and then lower the jeans so that my boxers are showing so you can see any motion. So I'm working on that. I didn't realize that my boxers weren't buttoned in the front. So there was what I can only describe as a diamond of shaft showing. And so
That's the title of the episode.
A
Right now.
diamond of shaft.
It was like a Loch Ness hump. There was no
Right,
beginning
the
or
head
end,
and the base weren't there.
but it was the
back.
Yeah.
shaft.
Yeah.
This is Rooster Teeth's like Groundhog Day, where how many more days of winter will we have?
Yeah, we don't know. Does it pop out?
Did your circumcised penis see its shadow or not?
We won't know because its head was still in the hole as far
The thing is that I like glanced because you were pulling down, so I immediately like glanced.
Well, that's the thing. It's like the
area.
jeans weren't down. It's just the fly was open.
Yeah,
And then everything was open.
And I thought I was looking at. I thought you were wearing like a tan belt, and it was just like hanging down. So I just like glanced at it. I was like, oh, his belt's. You know, in my head it just went in and out. I was like, this is belt. And then
Alfredo.
And Alfredo was like, he said to me, he was like, and then he was like, dude, Jeremy, you're a.
I've seen the video of it because yes, it is also all on tape.
Did you see Jeremy's
No,
penis?
Jack wasn't there.
No, I was filming some stuff.
Oh, I meant.
Okay.
I didn't mean yesterday.
no,
I want you to describe it to the police so they have to draw it.
It was bald.
It was like a Loch Ness hump.
Yeah.
This fucking fly.
So
is back.
Alfredo calls it out.
He goes like,
He's like, Jeremy.
Jeremy, is your
your dick out?"
dick showing and stuff like that? And I went, Yeah.
And then I was like, that's what that was. I was like, oh my god, I'm
Gavin
still,
was
like
all
looking at
blown
his
away.
dick. I would have gone home thinking I'd never seen your penis.
Yeah.
Did
Because it was
wink?
very,
Did it wink at you?
very smooth. It looked like the
Go
back
on.
of a belt.
Go on.
I didn't
You
see
have
any
a belt?
hair.
Back of a belt.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
I've never heard
Yeah, you missed. He
anything
just described it as
the
that. It was
back
like
of
a tan belt.
My brain was
what he
trying to
said.
justify what it could be that wasn't a penis, and it came up with that.
And so I saw. So then we started discussing after the fact whether or not that was on footage, whether that was actually in Awu. And Alec came walking in the room, and went, "Yep, it's there. It's there.
It's there.
It just
So
looks like
of all the
skin.
times you've taken photos of your dick and almost posted them on Twitter, you finally film your dick at the office.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
And he
Cat
was so
wasn't there to
casual.
stop him.
That's
Yeah.
true.
You
Now,
just,
Cat didn't stop me the other times. I stopped.
you just
So-
didn't give a shit. You're like, oh.
What are you gonna do?
Exactly.
I
That was
mean,
my mentality.
dude,
I don't.
I heard, and they're like, "Oh, Jeremy's penis, like part of it was an owl," and I go, "Whoa, awesome."
Yeah.
That was my reaction.
I was like, I highly
not
doubt
a
like,
live stream,
Alfredo or
so
Gavin's gonna be like,
it's not that big of a
scarred.
deal.
So the
you know, like,
footage of your penis is also owned by the same people who make Animaniacs.
yes,
Like, I don't know if
that's
they
true.
have their hands on.
I
it
think
yet.
technically that footage is property of, you know.
The next time the water tower opens.
It was very.
You look at it's IP
The water tower
ownership.
opens and goes, whatever that is, it's really smooth.
Yeah. Also, when the Game of Thrones complete box set comes out, they're gonna splice in that
Yeah.
dick.
That's the
Deleted
next
scene.
Over the
yeah.
Starbucks cup.
Exactly.
exactly.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Instead of a
great. I
dragon.
thought it was a great end to the day, and then we actually had a bit in Spooky Trivia where we watched.
Where I watched the
back.
footage for the first time.
Look.
We filmed my reaction. To
And
the
you're like,
footage.
that's what it looks like from afar.
What's the funhouse dick sitch? Like, I assume you've seen each other's dicks at some point.
I've seen James's.
Whoa!
Damn.
I've seen
Damn.
James's.
I
Have
knew
you seen
were gonna-
Benson's?
I've seen his ass
everyone's
once.
seen
We went after Let's Play Live. We kept doing the wrestling bit. We kept like body slamming.
sit?
And I remember.
a stool?
I was gonna pop on and talk about charity, but I'm gonna wait for the dick conversation to pass.
No, there was no
We're
dick.
segueing out.
But-
Let Adam clear the air.
I remember James Bruce's ass, and it was that moment of like, it's a good ass.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, he's got great.
he's a squatter.
Yeah.
He's got it. And I was like,
Is that his best feature?
yeah, I've seen.
No.
No,
Yes.
maybe his biceps.
He's
Right
a very
shoulder.
handsome man. His abs.
I've seen almost everything
Eyes.
except for the front. But yeah, and then I saw Bruce naked on the toilet, alumni, Funhouse alumni, where it's a bit we did when we were doing an office tour.
I feel like I've seen the screenshot.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
if you Google Bruce Green, he talked about that like in his his dating life where he's like it kind of sucks because it's one of the first images that comes up. And then another image of him we called it Party Bruce where he was at RTX and the lights were terrible and he was sweating, it looked terrible. But he was like, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna film a bit where you're on the toilet. He's like, you got it. Close the door, and I came in. He took all his clothes off and he cupped his hand over his junk just perfectly, and I went, holy shit, like it.
So he goodbye horsed it, basically.
Very close. And he just did hello. And I was like, oh my fucking God. So, yeah, I haven't seen any of my coworkers' genitalia yet.
I feel
I'm
like
sorry.
we've seen Steven Subject's penis.
What?
Yeah.
Was it just a vape?
He wore boxers to the beach.
Vape like. We did a volleyball video and he kept falling over. Yeah,
Didn't
there
have
it is.
appropriate swimming attire.
Yeah. Well, Bruce is also naked in the Arizona Circle trailer.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a throwback to
Recreation.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because,
It's an homage.
yeah.
Throwback.
I think Jeremy's my second AH penis. Jeff being
Jeff,
the first.
obviously. Yeah.
I've seen Jeff's dick like
Oh,
9
yeah.
So you
times.
lived with him.
That's why, yeah.
That was like how you paid the rent? Or
Yeah,
Just
had
look
a-
at
had a
it.
look. I was like, looking at it
The
for
debt
like
is
5 or
settled.
6 minutes.
20 minutes a week.
Damn.
Now look away.
Pay the.
You can split it up. over
Pay the
course of
man.
week.
Now, who at Funhouse would be the most likely to do a mangina? Which
What is that?
a
you like tuck
mangina
in?
where
Tuck
you
in.
tuck
Like
in,
the
Silence of the
you
Lambs.
pinch your legs together.
He
Got nothing
says
down
it
there.
constantly.
Huh.
Does it?
That's
Oh,
what
Yeah.
I think
Now you don't scream mangina.
It's usually I usually replace the word
Yeah.
fuck with other things.
I'm just
so.
saying.
Maybe John Smith?
Yeah.
I think maybe peak.
John Smith filmed himself. Sorry, Smilf. Great show. Canceled too soon, unless it's still on. But he filmed himself in a hotel room going at it to a demo disc. But he was the only one who's allowed to see the footage. So like it was like that It's Always Sunny thing where you can see the balls probably, but he had to blur it. So he owns the footage, but
You think like with the amount of time you spend with people, you travel with them, like didn't see nearly as much dick during Let's Play Live Tour as one may have hoped.
Right.
True.
Disappointing,
Because we
really.
slept in coffins.
Dude, those were
It
amazing.
was so much
I
fun.
love
And then
those.
you were the only one that went, no, I'll sleep the other way. And
I
snapped my
want to
neck.
die.
Like, whatever you
neck
do,
break
don't
position.
sleep head first, sleep feet first.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Kovic's like, fuck you, I'll die, I
So
don't
the,
care.
the way the
wanna
bus
go on
was set up.
disability.
So if you can only imagine the way the bus was set up, there were like 12 coffins basically. They were like maybe a foot and a half tall
Cool
by
purpose.
like
I love it.
7 feet
3
long.
tall.
And they were
That's
3
great.
tall. They were stacked 3 tall. Then there were like 2 of those on either side.
I posted
so
like an old photo of it
Yeah,
on
so it's
Instagram
12
of, like me and
With
Bruce.
DVD player.
the 2 rules of the bus were A, don't shit in the toilet because it's it would
People live there.
Yeah, and then B, when you're sleeping in the coffin, keep your feet towards the driver because if something happens, your feet are hitting the wall, not your head and neck. And yeah, Kovic for some reason decided that was
Not for
the
some reason, because the vent was over there.
Yeah, why would you put it by the
And
feet?
he was like, fuck you, I'm hot. I'll die for this AC trickling out over my
Yeah.
neck.
Sleep is very important to me.
If it makes you feel any better, I did shit in the toilet. But
Wait, did you?
if I have to go, I have to go.
I mean, that's
Well, I mean,
fair.
that's most
my
human
body
beings.
Have
Yeah.
to go.
Yeah.
Did you notice it?
Where's the stench?
We also got to a hotel one time, and I
No.
was like, no,
I
I stayed on the
honestly-
bus.
the
Oh, yeah,
moment-
that's right.
Yeah.
The bus kept driving.
And the bus left. It went,
went to get gas.
It went and got gas.
We were like,
and I,
Jeremy's still on that bus.
yeah, well, because
bus left.
they booked, like, Michael and I were in the same hotel room, and I was like, you know what, Michael, you go sleep in the hotel room, I'm gonna sleep here. And he was like, all right. And they left, and then I woke up later and smelled gasoline and went, must be at the gas station.
Yeah.
I went back to sleep.
That bus was amazing. It was like rocky.
It was great. I loved it.
Dude, I got such good sleep on that bus. The moment I set foot on it, I was like, I'm wasting my time if I'm awake. I just walked past everyone. I went
Yeah.
straight to sleep. I was always asleep.
Well,
That's
there
why I
was
didn't know
there was a
your
good
shit.
portion of the ride in the back where Lawrence was explaining Matrix 2 as it
Yeah.
happened.
Oh, I
It was
pieced
like-
out.
Matrix
all right,
Reloaded.
all right, so in this scene, he was like breaking down the entire film.
Was that when he was drunk?
I don't know.
Maybe.
I mean,
Was he-
we
was-
got a lot of Mike's hard.
Say, was he
Mike's
conscious?
harder.
Well, there
Mike's
was,
harder.
Ask if he was sober.
well, there was
and then
there was the worry where we were like, those achievement hunter guys, like they're crazy, they're wily, and we're like, they're gonna get drunk, they're gonna be
Yeah.
rowdy, and then like I think you're like, hey, Lindsay's pregnant, it's fantastic, and like Jeff's like, I'm sober now, and Lawrence is the only one drunk.
Yeah, he was
He's like,
Yeah.
Mike's Hard
And
Lemonade.
it's like, I'll be honest, the twins got too much hate in the Matrix. They're great characters.
The marriage reunion is so good.
As the satellite kept cutting out, like between scenes, like,
Yeah.
I'll explain the parts that are static.
And then Ryan disassembled the bus because we were trying to run we were trying to put an Xbox in
We
there
were
or
trying
something.
to fucking
We filmed
play,
an
we were
episode
trying
of
to play
Party Hard.
Party
Yeah.
Hard 2.
That's
we
what
had
it
the
was.
early copy, and
Yeah.
Ryan spent 14 hours trying to get it to work.
He pulled off chunks of the bus to get to the back
He had, like,
of
pull
the
off
receiver.
paneling.
Yeah.
Was it worth it?
It was funny.
Let's see how
It
the
was
video did.
funny to do a let's play as I'm like looking out the window.
I'll get back to you in a
on
second.
the road
While
let's
we were
play.
rolling.
The answer is no before he finds it, but it was funny. We had nothing else to do.
And then we did a little let's play in the hotel room at one
We
point.
did with Elyse.
Yeah, I was there.
You were just
I was,
watching.
Shitting.
I was off camera, just enjoying the
Oh,
company.
Outlast, you did. Did you
Yeah.
do Outlast?
Yeah, it was Outlast 2 like demo, or
demo.
some shit.
guess
Terrible,
poop.
terrible
I,
game.
I brought my own DVDs for the bus
Yeah.
because
God damn.
I knew beforehand that we would each
'Cause-
have a little
'cause the bus
DVD
only had
player
Frida.
in our
Oh, yeah.
compartment, and I was like, I'm definitely gonna bring DVDs. So,
Did you watch
We should
any?
bring.
oh yeah, I brought. I just brought Kill Bill 1 and 2 because those are some of my favorite
worth
movies,
it.
and I.
Not
Yeah,
worth
what
it.
else
Also,
did I
I don't
bring?
know.
I had fun on that tour.
I had a great time.
I had one regret because we did Orlando at the Hard Rock, and I remember we did the fan meetup afterwards, and we looked out, and there was like a steampunk chocolate factory.
Oh, yeah.
Outside, I was like, "What is that magical place? Like, what is this?" We went back to Orlando just a couple weeks ago to Disney World. James, Elyse, myself, and Jess, and we walked in there. We walked by the Margaritaville. I'm like, "No, to the steampunk chocolate factory." And we went inside and went, "Yeah, it's chocolate here." I guess like.
yeah.
They have some hats with gears and shit, and then and we left.
That Orlando location was like that was my dream because when I worked out there I would go visit Universal all the time and it was like there's the Hard Rock and like it'd be so cool to do a show at the Hard Rock and
Yeah.
seeing our name on the marquee there was like okay that's pretty fucking
We made
awesome.
it.
So,
Margaritaville. Let's play live.
what's
Wait, when we went to the chocolate, I looked up in the sky and you were there like Mufasa, watching us.
Oh shit, the back
Yeah.
of the
Elyse,
Yeah.
get the fondue.
It's like, what, Dad?
Ooh, spooky. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Halloween. that's the time. If you didn't get from the super realistic ghost noise. Remember when planning your costume as a kid, like the most fun you could have pre-Christmas? And now you're an adult, Halloween feels less Halloween-y, am I right? Well, MeUndies is bringing back the childlike joy of picking out the perfect costume with their spooky prints and Halloween costume onesies. That's right, costumes, onesies, boo. Check, check, check. MeUndies are spooky soft, but like in a good way, like I like that. Designed to be the best thing you've ever put on your body soft, like softer than the brains zombies love to eat, which is something they do a lot. You get the idea. These are the softest undies known to man, and they're also available in sizes XS, it's extra small, to 4XL, soft for all. MeUndies has the most unique prints out there, but the Halloween prints are at another spooky level. This year, MeUndies is coming out with a variety of festive prints to really put the boo in the booty. See what they did there? They're great, MeUndies. I love them. They stay in place. If you're like me, flailing around all day, you don't want to be pulling up your undies every 2 seconds. Don't have to worry about it with MeUndies. MeUndies has a great offer for my listeners. Thanks for listening. For any first-time purchasers, you get 15% off and free shipping. This is a no-brainer, especially because they have a 100% satisfaction guarantee to get your 15% off your first pair, free shipping, and a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Go to MeUndies.com/off-topic. That's MeUndies.com/off-topic. Don't let the offer scare you away. Put these undies on today. Happy Halloween.
Well, okay, so I jumped on here to
Yes,
talk about
lay it on
Extra
us,
Life.
Jack.
Hang on, okay, give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
Let me grab
I
this.
thought he was gonna spin and be in a different costume.
I'll be honest, I thought he was gonna jump the set.
Yeah. Wow, how'd you get over there so quick?
Jack, how'd you get back there?
Whoa!
Our friends at Extra Life, we've gotten a few of these. I don't know if you have a shot in. There you
Look
go.
at that.
So, thank you very much.
Wow.
This is so Extra Life has sent one of these. I think this is number 6 we've gotten.
13.4.
How many are in there on the wall, Eric?
Yeah, it's a 6.
So this is number 6.
You're in there?
Is that
and texting
total?
me?
Hey, what's up, man?
And so.
Of course he was in there.
So this is a gold one, and so they've made 2 of these golden ones because Rooster Teeth raised over $1 million for Extra Life, and we're the only ones who have the gold one, which is awesome. Hopefully more teams will be able to cross that mark at some point. But mad props to them.
There you go.
So this is the whole group. Yay. So they raised $13.4 million last year for Extra Life across all teams, not just Rooster Teeth. But we raised 1.44. So it'd be of 13.4, we're 1.4. And anyway, we're doing Extra Life again this year, obviously. November 9th and 10th. We've said it before, 9th at 8 a.m. Central, November 9th till 8 a.m. Central on November 10th.
There will be moonballs.
There will be moonballs. So also this year, our official goal this year we're trying to raise is $1,337,000. So it's super elite. It's 1,000 elite donations.
Super elite.
Super elite. So $1.337 million. And if you donate LEET, we're gonna give you a special something. So yeah. So anyone who donates LEET or more, you're gonna get something from Rooster Teeth just for making the donation. It's not like a raffle thing or anything like that. It's just if you make that donation, we're gonna reach out to Children's Miracle Network and get you guys something. So thank you very much for that. And yeah, it's gonna be awesome. So we're still working on all the details. The raffle's coming back in some form or fashion. Turns out what we were doing was super illegal.
What you were doing.
Yeah.
You were doing.
What was illegal?
Well, the way we did raffles, like technically part of it was legal, but
It's like too gambly-ish.
yeah, well, it's since we did a raffle thing, like basically you have to.
Why
like,
are you
donate.
saying it
there's
live?
a
Yeah,
lot of-
I know you're.
You just shouldn't talk about it.
I'm being transparent. I'm all about being transparent.
Fast forward to like, Your Honor, I have evidence.
So
You
anyway,
knew it.
Jax's is made of chocolate.
It is made of chocolate.
Piece.
So anyway,
This
but
is just to
we're
indict
still gonna do
you.
raffles. But if you're in New York, Vermont, or Florida, you're not gonna be eligible, or anywhere outside the U.S. But we're doing some stuff that will be eligible for anyone as well, and that's a whole other thing we're gonna be doing. We're working on that. So anyway, thank you very much, everyone who's donated Extra Life in the past, who's participated, who's tweeted about it, who's shared it. We love you so much, and please come watch this year's. And yeah, Michael and Gavin are going to be in a lot of pain, I think.
Illegal for the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Team Nice Dynamite hour.
Jack's going to
That'll
jail for
return.
you.
I will say there's a Ready Set
You can hang
Show
it up in your
segment.
cell.
There is indeed a Ready Set
Ready,
Show
Set Show's coming in
segment.
again?
The third year of Whose Spot Is It Anyway is
Whose
back.
Spot? Whose
Yep,
Spot's coming?
same crew as last time.
We're
all
still
back.
Yeah.
we've got about 95% of the schedule locked in right now, waiting on a few other special guests. Yeah, and so I will say Lindsay has a cooking segment that we're working on getting her a special guest to come down and help her cook.
Gordon Ramsay.
Not
Probably
Gordon
not.
Ramsay.
Probably not. Jeff Ramsey, maybe. Get that, Ramsey.
Ramsey.
Chef
Jack
Ramsey.
serving a year of jail time for every $1 million raised.
Yeah.
Serve
Get it,
those
guys.
inmates.
So, thank you very much, everyone. I'm going to get out of your way. But yeah, Extra Life, November 9th, 8 a.m. Central till November 10th, 8 a.m. Central. It's 24 hours starting November 9th. And then the weekend before, the 2nd and 3rd, is our Rooster Teeth Community Extra Life weekend, which is we're going to be spotlighting 25 different teams of the Rooster Teeth community who are raising money for their Extra Life teams, which all goes underneath the Rooster Teeth Super Team umbrella. But we're
There's one
shouting.
from Austin, right? There's one in Austin.
I think there's one in Austin. Like we had friends like the Rooster Buckeyes are always great. Florida's got a whole bunch of good teams. So we got a whole bunch of great ones. So Chelsea's spearheading that one, and she's doing a fantastic job with it. So, but then the weekend after, #RT Extra Life. All right, I'm out. Love
Thanks,
you.
Jack.
Thanks,
I'll
Jack.
take this so no one breaks it.
Good luck on the inside, buddy.
Extra Life. The ends
Do you have any
justify
more
the means.
beverage?
Basically, yes.
Yeah.
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 Well, the
absolutely.
tap also works
You
too.
hop- Yeah, the tap works.
The keg's full.
Fair play.
Now, so the tap is
And we've got
Juicy
the new-
Haze, and
we've
this
got
is
the
the
new-
brand new one. This is Hop Avenger.
So I mentioned this I think last week.
I mean, you know what?
It's good.
another one,
I sucked down a can. It's a good one. It's a
So this is the one
7.7.
that people voted on a long time ago.
Yeah, it was like during RTX or like just before RTX.
Yeah.
It's good. I had it cold. I hope those are cold.
This is my school mascot.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Scully.
Jack really cutting into that Arizona Circle promotion.
He cut in, he saw it, and he was like, "I gotta save
Let me
this show," and he
cut
did
this
it.
down,
He did
yeah.
it. So honestly, I hoped you weren't gonna bring it back up.
Our show's kind of like a charity,
Impeach
Yeah.
Jack.
a little bit, except
what?
it takes
But is it
instead of
Is
giving.
it legal?
It's more illegal than Extra Life.
Only in the
Yeah.
real states, the
Yeah.
states that Jack recognizes.
Damn, dude.
I don't know why.
He's
love
a 47 state kind of country kind of guy.
I love Jack so much, but I also really, really love teasing Jack.
It's fun.
You like to tease a lot.
We're
Of
like
do.
that
a lot of
minus the
achievement
love.
hunter.
Yeah. It's fun to just hammer him.
I tease that.
You tease me the most likely, and it's fine. It's okay.
think it's 'cause
we're good friends.
When the cameras are off, people are very mean to me.
I think
no,
Yeah, she said she
no,
Swedish meatballs for me. She said last time.
only
too.
nice.
Denise, please, they were so good.
Don't
is in
do
the chat.
this live.
What's up?
We talked about this on the car ride over.
We didn't come in the same car.
Elyse, do you think you're the meanest person in Funhouse?
Yeah. Well, I
That's me.
Go
I
ahead.
bet Peak's a real ball
like
buster.
humor. I like humor, and I think that it is funny to rib the people you care about.
Yeah.
I would say if anyone on the team, she's the most hyper aware of the situation and knows the exact right thing to say at the right moment to get the biggest laugh.
But I don't like it.
She does. She says it. She zings someone. It gets. It's a weird
No,
The whole
no.
room cheers, and then she's like, "Stop that."
No,
She pulls back.
Remember when
she had an amazing idea yesterday? Everybody loved it, and then she got upset that everyone kept saying, "Let's do that idea."
No, I realized I didn't really like it that much. Remember
Yeah,
when
well, that's your fault.
remember when
That's
I
your
got
fault.
Matt Bragg really good during Hardcore Tabletop? I felt bad immediately.
Which time?
Because it was like he was hiding all kinds of money.
Oh yeah.
You discovered him.
And then I was like, "Come on, Matt!" Like I don't remember what I said, but I felt bad immediately after.
Yeah,
You can't
but,
feel
but
bad
don't worry
about
about that
insulting
part.
Matt.
It was funny.
Was it your idea to do the human pyramid?
Yeah.
Let's Play
And she
Live?
immediately tried to back out of it. She kept trying to convince us not to do it after she suggested
I've
it.
got high arches.
It spread like wildfire.
I can't
We're like,
climb
yeah,
a
let's do this. And she's like, stop doing
climb
it.
a pyramid.
Guys, I'm awful. It's a terrible idea. Don't do it. And we're like, quiet you, we're doing it.
We did it.
And then we did
It
it.
wasn't safe.
Yeah,
It
someone
wasn't safe.
Matt Bragg's snake is an Arizona Circle.
Yeah, he mentioned that recently.
Oh,
I always
yeah.
forget that he has a snake.
He has a
What was
snake.
his name? Mr. Slither?
Mr. Hands?
It's a.
Mr.
I think it's
Slither.
It's solid.
No,
Isn't
it's
it
liquid.
solid?
It's liquid.
Okay.
Oh, liquid snake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Slither.
In the
is what Adam
show,
said.
in the show, he had a name.
It was
Wesley
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis.
What's that guy's name over there?
Yeah.
I think it's Mr. Man. Pretty
Yeah.
sure that's that guy's name.
I know I spoiled the joke in the episode, but it also flies by if you don't
Oh,
pay
yeah.
attention
Oh, yeah.
to it.
When is Arizona Circle out?
October 23rd.
You excited?
On
feel
look,
like-
first members.
I feel like
there.
you filmed it ages
There's
ago.
the
Oh yeah, there it is.
Wow.
Oh wow.
You can't unsee
Did
it.
you
Yeah,
not-
we
Did you
did.
even see it?
It was
I feel
really-
like you didn't turn around enough to see it. You just pretended like you saw it. There it is.
It was
She went
originally
like
going
this.
to come out in July, but
tired
then
of
stuff happened and got pushed a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's in the same sort of release pattern as Haunter, where we filmed that.
No, but this
about,
is
like,
coming
a year
out.
ago.
I'm gonna watch those episodes
difference.
again. I have like 4 from season 2 that I want to watch again.
The one at first night was great.
Which one did we show at first night? Because
It
I didn't get to
was-
go.
I think you buried.
Someone was.
There's one with
Oh,
Trevor.
we buried you.
Yeah.
That
was
wasn't
good.
that was in the panel, though, wasn't it?
Someone was tied to the bed. Who was tied to the bed?
Trevor was tied to a bed.
Yeah.
Oh, so there was probably if that was the episode we showed where Trevor was tied to the bed, that was Mitchell and Priory.
That was in England.
3 years ago.
That was in England.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Man,
Jeremy's first day.
so good.
Yeah.
I love that show so much.
I watched. I went to the movies with Lindsay a couple weeks ago. We saw was it like Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark or something like that. And they go to Penhurst, Insane Asylum, Pennsylvania. And I'm like, fuck, we were there.
Wow.
Oh,
That's
cool.
cool. Like to see the outside of the building.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I'm
That's
like,
cool.
we were at that fucking building. That's cool.
That place was creepy. That place was real. It was a whole like
This is
giant,
how
it wasn't just one building. It was a whole
This is how
giant
blurred
campus.
my brain is between like how long ago that was and season 1. I was just like, well, yeah, we were there in season 1.
What's up?
Okay, I'm recording myself. What's happening?
No, Gab's talking to you.
Oh, you're watching me. Nice. Not watching me. You're
Talking via
talking
watch.
to the walkie-talkie on the watch. And people were like, no, that hasn't come out yet. I'm like, yeah, it has. And they're like, no, it hasn't.
Penhurst.
I'm like,
I haven't
oh.
even seen a cut of it yet. That's not one of the episodes we have. I want
I
to
mean,
see a cut
hopefully
of
they
that
don't
one.
cut the whole episode.
There was a
we were
really-
there. Not when they were filming the movie, though. We didn't
believe
see
you.
any of that.
There was a very ludicrous moment between me and Gavin in Penhurst.
Why does that work? What is
You
that?
made me look like an asshole.
That's cool.
Man, Dick Tracy be spinning in his fake grave.
It's like Super Spies.
Warren Beatty's like, what? Where's Madonna?
What were you talking about?
You and I had a very just weird moment in Penhurst where I had to
I have to go
involve
back
boxing
too.
gloves.
It's weird you go in at the same time. but-
Yeah, is it coming back to you now? Yeah.
Wait, so like a weird moment like you legitimately believe in ghosts?
No.
Like ectoplasma?
No, a weird moment like they hand me boxing gloves and go make a ghost appear.
Oh.
And there's only so much you can do in that scenario.
Yeah.
I've always respected your ability to go all out. You presented with something and just. I've still got you, boy. I've still got you from the set. The podcast is going excellently.
What's happening?
They're talking on watches.
I'm gonna empty my dick.
He's having a wee.
Yeah, he's having a week.
That's cool. I love and hate the future. It's so
Yeah.
cool. Where you're like, dude, we can talk on our watches. Anytime.
Why?
It's just like
If I wait 20 seconds, he's probably gonna have his penis in his hand. So then I'll hit him again.
that's good. That's good for people to know.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing, it's natural.
Yeah, it's natural.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Totally natural.
No, it's fine. You ever have your like Google or Alexa stuff go off randomly when your TV's talking because it's always
Yeah,
listening
it's
to
really
you?
annoying.
Yeah.
Hey, you peeing right now? You got your knob out, Michael?
Yeah, I'm going pee-pee right now. I'm gonna wash my hands afterwards, unlike Jeremy on the theater mode.
See, now that's another thing that's claimed
You don't wash your hands.
that
after you pee?
he likes to claim. There was a theater mode in Australia a while back where in the middle of theater mode I was like, I gotta go to the bathroom, and they were like, "Well, take the microphone with you," and I said, "Sure." So I took a microphone with me, and then in the bathroom I was like talking on the microphone. I was like, "I am currently urinating," not realizing
You couldn't hear them.
I couldn't hear. I mean, I was in the bathroom, not in the theater, not realizing they had paused the movie, and we're all just sitting there listening. Because I thought it would just be in the background of what they were doing, and like every now and
My
again.
hands. I'm gonna try and get the soap. Got it.
You got the soap.
Oh, that's good.
So like I was like, I am currently urinating and stuff like that. But what I didn't want to do is, again, not thinking that they were just listening to the microphone.
Yeah.
I didn't want any super loud noises to be near the microphone because I assumed that would sound awful.
Yeah.
So
So you didn't want like the bog flush or the taps.
right, so I literally like finished what I was doing and then put the microphone down, ran back, like flushed the urinal, ran back, and then the sinks are on a line and there's this big shelf over all the sinks. I put the microphone down the other end and then went to the other side because I assumed it would just sound like,
Right.
and I was like, I don't want to like crush them.
Gotcha.
So then like,
I'd believe that.
but then
Yeah,
I came back
yeah.
in and then then Michael hung on to that.
You know,
they
when
called
Michael
you.
clings on to something,
Yeah.
you've got to let him
The
have
dick thing he's clinged on to, the Awu dick thing. You weren't even there.
I mean, apparently, like a toilet seat is cleaner than a door handle. So,
I fully believe that as well.
yeah, I mean, no one shits on the rim of the toilet, right?
But people shit on doorknobs all the time.
Constantly.
Yeah.
It's a skill.
Anything that hands touch all the time.
It's cold outside.
I'm so used to like when I use ATMs. Well, not that I really do that much anymore, but when I use ATMs and stuff, I use my knuckle when I do it. Just so like out of habit. I don't know.
Caveman.
Like keep it clean.
Just a fist.
So I still do it at like gas stations when it's like you gotta put in your zip code to like use your credit card or whatever at like gas stations. I still do that, and then I just grab the handle.
Right.
Like a million people have grabbed.
yeah.
Like what the fuck's the point?
I find like it's like at its highest once you wash your hands, you're like, I gotta keep my hands clean. And then within 10 minutes, you're like, oh, I'm covered in shit.
Oh yeah.
Like I'll always like, because we got swinging doors here for the bathroom in our office, and I always kick it open. I don't like, I'll do low, I don't like kick where the handle is.
Right.
But I'll do
Like,
the kick.
I'll
yeah.
nudge it open. And then I go back to Achievement Hunter, where everything's covered in like piss and cum and shit. So
Jeremy's
it
dick.
really, yeah.
And my
Oh,
dick's
you know,
everywhere.
his dick's out, it's spraying everywhere. There's glue all over the floor,
hanging
there's bacon
brains.
jam
Just
everywhere.
smells of
It's
dick.
fucking snake meat
Wasn't
and
your
shit.
dick on Gavin's mouse at one point? Didn't you buy
No,
something with your dick?
No,
or-
no, no. That was like I did, but it was through my pants. That was when I bought
Oh,
something
it
for
was
you,
through
and
your
that was upon request.
I'm bad at buying stuff.
But now air dryers in bathrooms are bad. They
Oh,
say
yeah. Are
they?
they're bad for you.
We're back to paper towels.
Apparently, all they do now is they just blow the fecal matter
Yeah,
around.
100%.
I can believe that.
Fill poo poo.
But I feel like all you need is a vent in the back of a Dyson Airblade just to suck the air out.
The fecal
fecal air.
particles.
They just canceled their electric car.
Do they?
Dyson? Were they making
Too much
one?
fecal matter.
I thought it was powered by fecal matter.
Yeah, that'd be a great fuel.
They're like, we have so much fuel. It
Yeah,
stinks up the place.
I've noticed
God.
that it's looks like tons of paper towels again in bogs, public toilets.
Yeah.
I like that because then I can grab an extra one to open the door.
In the fucking early
smart.
90s, you were going to a bathroom and there would be that.
How old
that,
are you?
I'm 33.
Damn.
There would be that. There would be that dispenser,
revolving-
the revolving towel. Do you remember this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it scarred me.
I know. Yeah.
Could you even fucking imagine going into a public bathroom now?
No,
Yeah,
I-
but it wasn't just the same towel. It was like a roll.
No, it
No,
was like
well-
the same towel.
No,
Okay,
it
so-
would like come off the reel as clean
This-
and go on as dirty, and then they'd replace
That-
it.
that
It wasn't
thing-
just like a 9-foot loop of the same towel.
I got
was
double-
it?
Isn't it?
No,
I don't know.
It was.
It was.
I
It
got.
says yes, it was.
I mean, I'm guessing it
Ew,
cleaned in there.
I used those.
So I got double scarred. I was
But it's
very,
like a take-up reel.
I was very lucky as a kid. My mom's, I was like 12. We went with my grandparents to Paris. Had to take a piss as soon as I got to the airport. We landed, went to the French bathroom. I was like, what is this revolving thing? Literally a nugget of shit on the and I went, "Bleh!"
How?
So it ruined me for revolving paper
Wipe their
towels
ass on it?
and the French. They're just like, I'm going to put my shit on this revolving
There
paper
was
towel.
no way in hell there was a nugget.
It was a nugget of shit.
No.
Did somebody come
No,
out
it
of the
wasn't.
stall with the shit on their hand?
Yeah.
Or did somebody
Yeah.
back their ass up on
I
the
don't know.
Handstand ass against the paper towel.
How would that be on there?
I don't know, but I saw it. It was there.
Don't
The thing is, I
question
believe
his
you and I don't
reality.
want to.
I
believe you.
didn't want to believe it, and I was just like, I
didn't wanna
I,
believe-
wanted,
I don't-
wanted to
I
like
Believe
you.
what I'm seeing.
I don't eat KFC because the first time I went in one to pee, there was a hand smear of shit across the wall in the KFC
And you're
in
like,
Aylesbury.
this must be passed down from corporate.
And I was like,
hey,
I
did you
can't-
smear shit on the wall today? Better get in there and do it.
It was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I can't deal with that in my chicken.
I'm going to Arby's. That's what he said.
yeah.
We have the shit.
Well, they did that whole movie. What was it? I forget the one where they found Fast Food Incorporated or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And did you ever see
It's just Food Incorporated.
Food Incorporated? No. Fast Food Nation. That was
Food
the one.
Nation, okay.
So I remember, and it
Supersize me.
similar but different.
Size
But
Nation.
there was the part where they do the interview with Bruce Willis or whatever, or it's like there's like the cameo, and they're like, there's shit in the meat, right? And he's like, yeah, of course there's fucking shit in the meat. Like, it's gonna happen. It's
Right.
Gonna,
That's me.
yeah.
It's gonna happen.
And I remember watching that, and the movie was supposed to be like, killing cows is bad. Afterwards, we got In and Out.
I read
I was like, oh, my burger sounds real good right now.
I read a headline like a week or so ago that was just like, boof, like, did you know there's a legal limit to like how much rat shit can be inside fast food or
You
something
read
like
that
that.
to me when
And
you
I was
saw
like, yeah, no shit. What are you, an idiot?
Yes, shit.
Obviously.
Like rats walk around.
They
and
get
shit.
around, dude. There's gonna be piss and shit.
How
And
much?
cook it up. I'll suck it down.
How much
How many
rat
parts
shit?
per million of rat shit?
Yeah. How many
Yeah, I said, I
I
read
don't
the
know enough
headline.
to not kill me.
I read the headline. I didn't read the article. I've been sucking it down my whole life. I'm still kicking.
If
I'm not
it was
worried
like
about it.
2 parts per million of rat shit, I would prefer that over nothing. Because I feel like it would
That's
be building up some sort of immunity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like,
Right.
here's your burger. Hang on, let me smear some shit on it.
Right.
And then hand it to me. But you got to assume it's going to happen somewhere down the factory line.
Yeah.
Where like shit dies.
I
and
need that meat
dies
now.
and shits.
Right, we probably have a certain resistance to rat shit and piss.
Thank God.
Yeah.
And
God bless
everything
America.
is, yeah.
It's one of the ingredients in the Impossible
I mean,
Burger.
if
They
you
don't
have
tell you that. They just dump some shit, some manure
certainly
in there.
possible.
It's impossible.
I mean,
that
if you
there's
have
not
a
crap
dog,
in it.
if you have a dog, you've probably got like piss and shit in your mouth.
Especially if you put it right in your mouth.
Same with cats. I mean, cats sit all over
Cats
everything.
rub
with
their
buttholes
asshole
out.
on you. You finger them, you know,
Yeah.
you use that finger later.
You eat 20 spiders a week.
I read that on a Snapple.
That's what the CDC says.
I read it on a Snapple
The
case.
Snapple cap reveals all.
Did you know you drank a spider? And you're like, what?
Oh, fuck. What are we talking about?
There was
What?
a spider in that.
There are 8 spiders
shit.
in
And you're
every
like,
snap.
is that the Boston Tea Party? I'm so confused.
Fuck you. It's an anti-Snapple movement.
Yeah, bring back the
Printed on the caps. Snapple's like, who's been putting this on there?
I miss Snapple.
Speaking of food, I'm gonna throw this out here. Went up on the website today. If you're a first member, maybe you've seen it. New audio podcast from myself and Jordan Swears with unintentional guest Eric Badur. He's there for some reason.
great.
With
He's
a
great,
microphone.
yeah.
It's okay. He won't ever be here for this show
I'm here right now.
because
there he
they're
is.
here.
Yeah.
That's it.
He doesn't like us.
And because he was playing phone tag with Jeremy.
He
was like,
left his condo in San Diego for you.
well, for pay.
Yes.
Mostly for the pay.
He was squatting,
But he's
yeah.
all over this fucking podcast.
Oh, he's great.
Where Jordan and I, where the pitch of the podcast is to try the new limited time food items at fast food restaurants.
Hey, look what I found.
It's Jordan. Wow,
Hey.
you dug
my
him out of
God.
somewhere. He wasn't supposed to be on until
Hey.
later.
Welcome to the show.
So we talked about it last week. We wanted to name the podcast. Eric came up with the name. That was a great name. I'm
name.
Michael. He's Jordan. The Michael, Jordan podcast.
Yeah, the comma was supposed to save us.
The
from
comma was
suit.
going to save us. It apparently is not going to save us. And
What about the word
we're going to get
comma?
sued.
Just doesn't flow. as well.
So we were kind of rolling around with what to call it. I thought Eric came up with it, but then as Broadcast All told me,
Yeah.
no, that's bullshit. He got it from the audience.
Stealing it
Which
from
is
the
fine. I got off topic from the audience,
don't
but
lie
I
to
didn't
us.
lie and pretend like I came up with it. I'm like, wow, that's a really great idea from Eric. He finally got one.
Yeah,
I
so
respect
bad.
I'll say I didn't get it from the audience. Brian told me, and I said, "Oh, that's a good idea."
Oh, okay.
Oh, cool. So it's even worse.
Is
Yeah,
Brian
cool.
watching?
Yeah,
the
I mean,
audience.
Technically.
Anyway,
awesome, yeah.
thank you, Brian. Great name. We can't go with Michael Jordan Podcast.
Sure.
Also makes absolutely no sense. Besides, like, that's funny. We're going to trick people.
You might anger a lot of Space Jam fans.
That was the fan. So, Space Jam,
Oh.
great movie. The name of the podcast now, Face Jam.
Because
So-
you're taking the food and
Because
you're
we're jamming the
your
food
coffee.
in.
That's a great
It's a
name.
throwback to
Okay.
the name we're going to get sued over, but also now actually makes sense to the
Yeah.
podcast. So the test
Keep that
episode,
basketball spirit we got.
we shot the
For some
slam dunk.
reason.
Slam dunk.
Nothing
Eric.
but net.
Dude, 3 points.
Why do you have IHOP to go?
Oh, you went for it?
This is
Fucking
what we're
knew it.
doing.
Yeah.
This is what we're doing in the post show.
So the post show, I thought
So-
we'd do a little mini episode
Yeah, it's
with
all here.
Jordan, Eric, and myself.
Face Jam snack time.
Because who knows, Face Jam, snack time. Who knows when the fuck we're going to record another episode?
Yeah.
Because we shot this one, recorded like
We
2
just
months
wanna eat
ago.
more food.
We want to
I'm
eat more
hungry.
food.
Yeah.
I haven't eaten since
we were
then.
gonna
You look
do
skinny.
we're gonna do the Cheez-It thing from Pizza Hut, but like RT Life just it's like a giant Cheez-It that
Really?
Pizza Hut's selling now. But I'm a trash human. That's the thing that makes the show
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
Jordan's like, I want to find things out, and I'm like, I want to eat.
Yeah.
I have
I want to
avoided.
know. I want to discover something about myself when I eat something.
Right, I already know everything I need to
Yeah.
know. I'm a monster.
Yeah.
But I've avoided that Cheez-It just because I was like, I might eat that for the
Yeah,
podcast.
me too.
I want to save my findings.
Hmm.
But RT Life just did a video on it, so I was just like, there's probably something else. And Lindsay actually brought this up to me that IHOP is doing an Addams Family
Because they always have some
October
integration,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah. So
They did Independence Day 2 and
Only the hits.
and
these
Planet of
guys.
the Apes.
They did the Lorax.
she
Oh,
and
time
Hobbit.
ago.
Yeah.
No, that was Denny's.
she saw.
Oh,
Whoa!
Get it
Don't
right.
get them started. She saw
not
this,
paying
and I
for
guess the big thing is like, because I looked up the food. I looked it up. Like I went to IHOP's website and looked. I'm like, this looks great.
Yeah.
She's like, apparently the whole thing is like in real life it doesn't look great.
Those are the only pictures I've seen.
Like people
are the
get it
better
and go,
ones.
what the fuck is this? And it's like,
Yeah.
bleh. But like I was sold on it. So I'm
Yeah.
like, Eric, gotta get this. So he said he'd surprise us. I honestly thought we were gonna get Arby's.
I thought we were gonna get Arby's.
Because there's also like an Oktoberfest thing at Arby's. So we
Oh, the
want
whole
to
beer
try
thing, yeah.
the limited time shit and let the public know whether it's worth their time or not. So
Yeah.
we eat it
I love
beforehand.
it.
Yeah.
Then we record the podcast.
we give two very different takes
discuss
on
it. We discuss as much as we can. Eric had very useful trivia for the first episode. We
great.
Did
we
you
enjoyed
know-
the Quattro pizza from Little Caesars.
Did you know the founder of Little Caesars is dead?
that wasn't
We
on the
didn't
trivia
know.
sheet? That was just
His
something.
final words were "et tu brute."
Yeah.
Whoa, that's hilarious.
It was
You need
Et
to
Tu
be on
Face
this
Jam.
podcast.
It's actually so in his honor, we recorded that episode. So that's up now for first members. It's going to be public next week. And, you know, to kind of celebrate us finally getting the episode out after 2 months,
Yeah.
we're going to do a little mini one with the IHOP food on the post show. So if you're a first member,
That's great.
you can watch that. And if
And
you're not, you can't.
I love that because I love fast food, love it. But I have my orders at places that I always get my specific
Right?
orders. I never take
the same thing.
chances.
Yeah,
but
we're taking the risk for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Then you can come listen to my score and you'll go, wow, that must be really good. I'm going to eat it.
Or you can listen to my score and be like, oh, it's garbage.
So what do you
shouldn't
get
be
at
good.
like McDonald's? Do you have like a
yeah, I get a nugget combo and then I also get a double cheeseburger.
That, dude, you got to get a double cheeseburger.
And I actually ate McDonald's what the hell night did I eat? We got here. I
Today's
ate it-
Friday.
Today's Friday. Yeah.
We left Wednesday, so I ate it Tuesday night, and I always do this thing
get
where
the details
James gets
straight.
really frustrated with me because I ate all this McDonald's. You know, I got a 10-piece nugget combo, and then I got a double cheeseburger, and I ate it all. And then like 30 minutes later, I was like, huh? Like I was like, I don't feel good. I don't feel good. I had to. We were trying to
You're
pack.
like a dog.
We were trying to pack for our trip, and I just had to lie down for a little bit.
Does that happen every time?
Every time.
Yeah, he's like, you know,
Why do you
he's
do
like,
this
you
to
know
yourself?
that
Yeah,
you're
but it's so
gonna
good
feel
when
bad.
you're eating
So
it. Who
good.
cares about the later?
That's
So
that's
good.
Michael.
Do you remember that night on the tour where we like took the bus through
And
the
it wouldn't
drive-thru
fit
and it
through the
didn't go?
drive-through,
Oh, yeah.
so it just
We
became
got out
this.
and-
I was gonna bring that up. It became this bizarre, like, the fuck is happening here?
Yeah.
There's a tour bus parked next to the drive-through,
And then about, like,
and we're
19 people walk up.
standing
Yeah.
at the window going,
people
"Give us
drive-
nuggets."
People drive by like, are they famous? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, who are these fucking?
They're in a
They
van.
look homeless, but they have a tour bus. How is this possible?
I've always referred to ourselves as boring Hollywood. So
Yeah.
it's like, Elyse has a crippling addiction to McDonald's. It's like,
Yeah.
She can't
yeah,
stop.
the real rich, like, actual, like, talented celebrity types are like cocaine, orgies, R. Kelly.
Yeah,
like,
I talked about this
like burger.
before on the podcast, but I brought this up earlier this week. I was streaming and somehow we got in a conversation of it, and I brought this up that, like, you know, celebrities hit like rock bottom with like alcohol or drug abuse and shit. I hit rock bottom last year when I was at my fattest, and I fell asleep at a McDonald's drive-thru at 2:00 in the morning.
No.
Yeah, and I was like,
That's just
Yeah.
I woke up with someone driving around me, and the person working in the window looking out, like, is that guy dead? And I was like, I'm just hungry.
You send that to TMZ, they immediately delete it. You know, I don't care.
It was.
Yeah.
It's what happens when you sit at home, you're playing video games. It's 10:00 at night, and you're like, I'm gonna go to McDonald's, but like,
Yeah.
right after I beat this boss.
Yeah.
And then it's 11:30, and you're like, I still want the McDonald's, but now I'm in this second dungeon. I want to beat this,
Yeah.
and then I go, fuck, it's 2:00. They stop serving hamburgers soon.
Even after Jack gets sentenced, it's going to be like community service.
Yeah. Right.
It's going to be minimum security, 2 weeks.
He's gonna be golfing.
Yeah, for charity. And they're like, that counts.
Do you not have any snacks like emergency 1 a.m.
I
snacks
do,
so you
but
don't have
like
to leave
McDonald's
the
are
house?
different, man. It's sometimes if you want a Big Mac, no snack will suffice. If you want a chicken nugget, there's like, do you want a chicken nugget or do you want food? Because those are two different things.
It's got to be hot and it's got to be ready. It's got to be immediate.
That was a phrase used a lot in
But it's
in
not
Quattro
immediate if
Pizza.
you have to drive to it.
No, but I mean, like, if I'm making Red Baron French bread pizza, that takes 20
gotta
minutes to
preheat
cook
that
in the
oven.
toaster oven.
Yeah.
I can get the McDonald's
And you
home
know what?
faster.
Why does an oven take so long to preheat?
Because it's fucking lazy.
Because science? I don't know.
That's what you gotta get to
I'm not
convection
entirely
oven.
convinced that's the answer.
Here's there.
I think they're holding out on
Here's
us.
the
we
oven
have this-
people are making us wait. They're not using the full capabilities of their knowledge,
Yeah.
and they're like,
The
"You're gonna make it take
Illuminati.
8
I
minutes to heat
put
up."
my oven on broil and it preheats super fast.
Oh, okay.
Do you have a-
Because
do you have a
you're
smart
working-
trick?
Is your
Yeah.
broiler in the
do you,
bottom?
do you open it from your
Oh,
Tesla
fuck.
or something? I don't know.
Yeah, from his
Shut up.
phone.
No, I'm just saying. It's like
That's actually a key point that's brought up in the first episode of Face Jam, where Eric and I were going to get the food, and then Jordan rolled up in his Tesla, and he wouldn't let us
I
go.
was not
now. Here's the thing. Do you call it your car or do you call it your
You
Tesla?
could have got it. You could have got it.
Well,
though.
look,
you have to.
my wife and I
specify.
have two
Well,
different cars,
I-
so it's like you're either referring to the crappy car that's not the Tesla or the Tesla.
This is where you know we fall on the podcast and why it's good chemistry because
We're very similar people.
Jordan was going to eat the pizza and we are going to do a podcast about the pizza, but he didn't want his car to smell like the pizza.
You want to smell like Elon Musk?
That was where he stopped. Was like, I don't want the car smelling like pizza, just my body.
I'm not even sure I want my body to smell like pizza.
I try to keep up with like tech trends and stuff. So I watched a 24-minute video about like the new Catalina update for Mac, even though like that's only my work computer, like personally Windows or whatever. Like
Sure.
I'll use anything, Android, iOS, doesn't fucking matter. But the guy said, he goes, here's here's the new Photos app. Here's a picture of my Tesla. I'm like, you mean your car?
It's so much more than a car.
You
though.
just
I
have
don't-
to know.
I
It's
don't
not
say-
a brag. It's
here's-
just information.
Here's
that
a
you
photo
need
of
to
my
know.
Volt.
Yeah.
It's
Maybe you
weird.
don't understand. When you get one, you'll
Yeah.
understand.
I feel like
I
people
don't
do it with
want one
phones.
because of that.
But when you get one, and you
get one.
will, you
And
live
then
in
you'll get
LA, then you'll know.
Like when you talk about your phone, do you say phone or iPhone? Do you have an iPhone?
I have an iPhone.
I feel like there are some people who say, "Oh, let me just."
If
Look
I'm
on
saying,
my
oh,
iPhone.
let me check my phone. I won't say.
Yeah,
says-
I'll say phone.
it takes too long to say Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus.
Maybe that's where Apple's. They're the real.
I feel like the only time it's warranted sometimes, but that's like if you know you're talking to someone with a different phone because it's totally different.
I go, it makes phone calls and it takes photos.
Well, I just mean like
it does
like,
the thing yours
like
thing
my
does.
mother. I have to handle a good portion of her technology.
Yeah.
And she doesn't have an iPhone, so she'll be like, "Can you do this?" I'm like, "No, I don't know how this shit works. I have an iPhone." I'm not like, iPhone.
The only
I'm
time
just like, I don't know.
get it?
I don't know. This is totally different.
Yeah.
It's like a totally different operating system.
only-
Everything's different.
It's a Windows.
Yeah, I bring up having an Android in an apologetic way. Like, where you're like, someone's like,
You're the opposite of Ryan.
yeah, or
Fuck
someone's-
you.
Like,
I have an
I
Android.
feel like
yeah.
iPhone has iMessaging capabilities, which like,
iMessage is where
obviously
it's
I'm not
at,
privy
yeah.
to, so I'll just go be like, sorry, I have an Android.
You're green.
I set up a private server in my
afford the
home
iPhone.
that could use iMessage.
Sorry.
So I could text my wife.
You pay monthly.
Not on these funhouse
You
salaries.
can pay monthly. Boom, roasted.
You set up
I don't have food shows, you know.
Well, we only make the food show so we can eat.
and I message each other. Yeah. It's fine. Do your thing. It's okay.
I wasn't worried. If you've been thinking about buying a DNA kit, now is the perfect time because 23andMe, the best DNA kit on the market, just got even better by adding new features. 23andMe just introduced a new Ancestry Plus Traits service. It has more than 1,500 geographic regions, a new automatic family tree builder, and free trait reports. That means 23andMe is now the most comprehensive ancestry breakdown on the market. It includes new populations in South Asia, Central Asia, West Asia, and North Africa, allowing you to dig deeper into your ancestry. Don't pay more for trait reports when you can have them for free with 23andMe's Ancestry Plus Traits service. Trait reports explore how your DNA can influence your likelihood of having certain characteristics, from motion sickness to mosquito bite frequency, fear of heights, stretch marks, and many more. I used 23andMe, super easy. Get a little tube, spit in the vial, send it off. A couple weeks later, you just log into your account online. Boom, all the information you want right at your fingertips. Super easy to access. All this is included in the 23andMe new Ancestry Plus Traits service, and it's just $79 for a limited time only. Order your Ancestry Plus Traits service at 23andme.com/offtopic. That's the number 23andme.com/offtopic. Check it out now.
SMS is dead. I've learned this.
I don't know if this is like an iPhone thing, but like when you're talking to another person, like, Dunzy, we both have iPhones.
Yeah.
I'll text her and I'll just be like, Why the fuck is that green? Like
Yeah.
sometimes.
I don't know what that means.
Sometimes you
It's-
don't.
it's apparently a
green
way to
is when
shame
you don't
people.
have iPhone. Blue,
Yeah.
blue means
I've learned
it's
that.
iMessage.
Who fucking
I'm
cares?
just
We're all
like-
gonna die.
I'm just like something's wrong here.
Have you seen Elyse?
No fucking text over Wi-Fi,
No,
Elyse.
for us Android people, I'm like, Elyse, did you get my text? She's like, yeah. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, we have to ask each other in person if we got each other's text.
And then we just go, USA, USA.
We did it. We sent the
I don't know.
text.
And Jeremy just
The
didn't come
satellites
back?
are up there.
He's over there.
Oh, okay. I was just like, because Jordan was here, like you scared Jeremy off.
He's sitting where the bunk beds used to be.
You know, I just wanted to mention the food. You know.
Yeah, where's that
And then
food?
Eric pulled Jordan out of his pocket. Well, the food's back there somewhere.
Yeah, you want us to leave?
I
I
hope
hope
my-
I- No, that's
When's
the
the
post show.
real
That's a
show
different
begin?
show.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
whenever, you know, it just kind of winds
long as my
down. You can't
pancake's
just
got a
put
happy
a
face on
definitive
Sure.
end
Check
on
my
it,
messages.
you know, like our show.
No new messages.
Well, Face
Dead
Jam
zone.
also try weird new drinks. Probably like milkshakes, I'd imagine.
Yeah, that walks the line between
Yeah,
food and
you
drink.
got to chew that sometimes.
Can you do like a badish type thing, but make like It's Always Sunny's fight milk, where you actually drink like a crow's egg?
Here's the thing: if it's commercially
Send-
available,
yeah,
because
send in
we
your
want to
family
make sure
recipes.
the audience can then get the food themselves.
Okay.
So that's why there won't be any like, I said there won't be any like custom creations until we run out of food or the
Yep.
views tank. Then we'll do whatever.
Yeah, when we get
Jeremy will
desperate.
come on and take his dick out. You won't see it
He'll
because
do
it's
it
an
anyway.
audio podcast, but you'll know what happened.
McRib is back right now.
McRib is
I don't-
back. Lindsay immediately mentioned that. I'm like, yeah, but that's not.
It's just
That's
shaped
every
like a
year.
bird. Yeah.
But
I've eaten one already.
but I guarantee people are going to know, does the McRib this year taste the same as the McRib
yes.
just before?
When you were talking about McDonald's, I've been there the last 2 days.
Okay.
I had the McRib. No, it's
He's not at
evening.
rock bottom anymore.
I'm not at rock bottom. I'm at rock middle.
The cars drive themselves.
I
now.
had a McRib
Just wake up when
on
you drive.
Thursday, and then I had a double cheeseburger and a Big Mac yesterday.
I haven't had a Big Mac in years.
It's good.
That's my thing at McDonald's.
That
I've never,
sauce,
I've never
dude.
not ordered a Big
That
Mac.
sauce.
Really?
The quarter pounder's good too, though.
It's a lot of bread.
When I'm like, I'm hungry.
You gotta do
double
it on the
quarter
show then.
pounder.
That's like a bonus.
Well, I mean, I've had a McRib once, like 10 years
So
ago.
you lived once.
Yeah.
Somebody,
Sure.
I'm like the McRib spokesperson,
You're
and
like,
somebody.
you're like the rib witch in Homer.
Somebody, I usually get, I love it, or like, how dare you? This is awful. Why did you recommend this? But I got one tweet the other day, which I've never had before, and they were like, got the McRib. It wasn't good. I didn't like it.
Yeah, no shit.
I don't know why you recommended it. And then 20 minutes later, I ate the second one I bought. Like,
There you go.
it creeped its way into his brain, where he's like, and then I wanted it, and I ate it, and I did like it. What happened?
Are you? No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
That might sound really.
I'm gonna
You
change
guys
the subject.
keep stepping
It's simple.
over each
Leaning
other.
onto ribs.
I was just wondering if the fish fillet is still on the menu.
Filet of fish,
Fillet of fish?
please.
I
I'm.
wonder if it's maybe it's
McDonald's has all their own shit. We'll call it that. It's the McNugget.
fillet of fish. Yeah, you're in.
You're right, Elyse?
I'm sorry.
She's-
I'm sorry I had to correct
Well,
you.
whole world
because
of
the
yours
fillet of
crumbled.
fish was originally introduced because Catholics don't eat meat on Fridays,
Yep.
correct?
And that's always when they have like the two for one deals
yeah,
and stuff.
but
100%. That's why it
I
exists.
feel like changing religious attitudes, social mores, does the fillet of fish still have a place in contemporary society?
I think it's still doing well.
I would
Serves
read
the
that essay.
pescatarian.
What's the meal for
That's
atheists?
true. It's the McRib.
Of course, yeah. I'm a slut for the Archburger.
Yeah, they don't. That's,
The Olympics burger?
I feel like I don't.
96 carry
I feel like
strug.
I don't remember. Somebody mentioned that
Space
recently.
Jam. Good year.
Most of my tweets,
Archburger.
it was a temporary thing. Most of my tweets are, "Did you ever eat this?" And I go, "Yes, I did."
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember when, and that came up recently, and I went, "I feel like I've eaten that before."
There was a moment in my childhood
know what that is, but I've
defined
eaten
me.
it.
The first year I ever gave a shit about the Olympics was 1996 in Atlanta.
Thanks to
Year of the
McDonald's.
Archburger. And I remember eating an Archburger as Carrie Shark broke her foot and went, oh my god.
Yeah, and then she
feel like
fucked,
such
you
an
know what? And she
American.
finished.
Yeah.
But
that-
Carrie, yeah.
She finished.
She fucking
finished
the
the
goal.
You
You
finished
finished
that
that
burger.
burger.
Yeah.
She
She
went
broke
like
her
this.
leg and I bit.
She broke her leg and went like this.
Do you think
USA. USA.
Do you think that was some voodoo shit? Like somehow it was related? Like you bit the burger and a foot went.
Yeah, dude.
It was probably more related to the bomb that went off.
Oh.
But yeah, that's the thing that happened. Thank you, Eric.
Agree to disagree.
Yeah.
But
They're making a movie about it.
Okay.
They thought the security guard did it.
Are you in
Okay.
the movie?
Oh, I just saw the trailer for that. And they're like, say it again! Say it again, you piece of shit! And he's like,
There's a bomb.
there's a bomb in the thing.
He's
There's
eating
a
an arch
bomb.
burger.
Yeah, I thought that was weird at the time, but now it all
There
makes
better be
sense.
some
And it had a
arch burgers.
window you could look into.
There's a bomb. There's a bomb. But
I-
Central Station.
I learned this years later, but the Archburger
That's
was
all that trailer is. He's
The-
nailed it.
He says it a lot.
the art-
and then his mother's like, "He's a hero."
the Archburger was aimed at rich
Have you made
people.
Why?
They're like, it's a classy burger.
Yeah,
It's like,
dude.
That
This
was
sounds
rich
like a
people
burger
going to
I can get behind.
yeah, $6.95.
What
I
is-
want to be the
God.
rich that goes to McDonald's. Some people are like, I want to be
Trump?
rich one day.
Oh yeah.
Trump loves his McDonald's.
Stop it.
Okay.
I want it warm though,
Is
not
there
sitting out for
a
2
thinking
hours.
man's fast food?
I think you meant Taco Bell.
I don't. I think anyone that
Wendy's.
thinks doesn't get fast food. I don't think.
I always
think
saw
that's an oxymoron.
I
what
always
you
saw
just
Wendy's
said.
as like Wendy's is to fast food is like Target is to like those like cheap department stores like
CVS?
it's better than Walmart and Wendy's is better
I think
than
Target's
McDonald's.
better than Walmart.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
No,
They try to go for
This
it,
guy goes to Walmart.
when they rebranded.
it's got everything.
Yeah.
So does Target.
No,
they're-
it doesn't.
They're trying to like
No, it
class,
doesn't at all.
They're trying to class themselves up, but it's still like
Target.
it's yeah. I don't know.
No, that's crazy. That's crazy talk. Can I eat that? I'm gonna eat it.
I don't.
They have a witch.
I never shopped at either, and I've been to Target and Walmart, and they both feel pretty similar.
Right.
Similar.
Target's
sort of,
just smaller, has less selection.
Walmart's
not
easier.
also usually doesn't have food. You can get your food and your jeans at the same time,
I
baby.
don't get lost at a Target.
That's on you.
Walmart's huge.
Okay.
For me, I'm like,
Walmart is a city.
Did anyone lose a 35-year-old man?
Yes.
At Walmart?
He's crying.
Trying to
What would you
buy-
do if you went up to the desk and was like, "I'm lost"?
I have no idea where I am.
I remember doing this as a kid.
Yeah.
I'm lost now.
I just
What
came
do
for Fortnite shirts and a ninja poster.
Also, Walmart, it's like usually, where I'm from, it was always like McDonald's. Here it's Subways. You get a Subway on the way out.
Subway,
here's
Subway
the-
used to be special. It's not.
Subway, in general, of like the fast food chain, I feel like their employees are like near the top of want to die. But Subway in a Walmart takes the fucking cake.
Never seen a Subway.
They're just like,
We have McDonald's. That's it.
Well,
And Lens
all Subways have that smell, you know? Of
What
like,
smell?
bread.
It's not
Marinara
the bread as
it's
much
funny
as
because
it
they
is
never
the-
have it. Hey, can I get the Parmesan bread? No, we're out.
It's like
Can
the
I get
smell
white
of
bread?
salt
We're
and
out. What the
vinegar.
fuck do you have?
yeah.
It's
the
not
oils,
we're out of
all the
meat.
oils.
Yeah, all
We're
the
out of
oils.
tuna. They're out of everything.
Get a meatball sub with mayonnaise only. That's
I,
what you want.
I think
All we have is pita bread.
I do think that the next iteration, taking your show to the next level once it's a runaway success, is going to different countries and sampling.
Well, Eric
Say,
will go
I
when they
want
bring
to
the food
try.
back.
I want to try like the weird McDonald's things you can only get in like Japan. Like the
Yeah.
McSushi.
Yeah.
Like
The black
Kobe,
bun
Kobe
burger and
burger
stuff.
and
Yeah.
shit.
Not even a
When I
thing.
was in
But
New
also,
Zealand,
that's not limited though.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
It's-
that'll be season 2.
Yeah, we'll come up.
Jeremy recommended some like secret menu shit, and I was like, secret menu isn't limited though.
Yeah, it's
and
always
then
there.
he showed me his dick.
Season 3.
So I thought that was a weird reaction.
Why does he do that?
Most people think that's intimidation, but that's him being subservient. That's him like, oh,
I'm sorry.
He backed away.
He humbles you.
Wild.
It's like a dog show exposing their belly to you. Like, okay, okay.
I get it.
It
You're
was very
vulnerable.
smooth.
We can't see him, so he's just a guy with his dick out in the darkness
Come
laughing.
and sit.
You can come. There's plenty of chairs.
I'm sorry, Jordan kicked you off. He was only supposed to be on the post
I'll
show.
leave. Yeah.
Well, we're like basically.
He's afraid of sitting
now.
next to me because then like it's when you meet your future self or whatever.
Attention to
Yeah.
Jeremy, I said that before you got here.
a time
They were like, "Where should we
paradox.
sit?" I said, "Wherever you sit, don't have Adam sit next to Jeremy."
It's true.
But then for your benefit, it wasn't like it was like Jeremy's gonna go ah when he sits down, and it's like. And I said,
Oh.
it's gonna. People are gonna be like, look, it's Animorphs. Like,
so-
he's changing into
Animorphs.
That's what they'd say.
Totally right.
I read the comments. I know what's happening.
So-
I'm up here.
Jeremy, I found out I'm Irish, so I think we're related.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Jeremy Kovic.
My mom lied.
Look at that. McRice
wanna say-
in Asian countries.
I
Sorry.
pointed out.
McRice in Asian countries. Is that a thing?
They have
From-
McRice.
Where's that name from?
It used to be Kovacevic. That's from my dad's
Do I
side.
have time to go to
But then I
the
found out my
bathroom?
grandma's Irish.
Yes.
My mom's
Yeah,
family's
time. I
Irish.
don't know if
I'm
the
just a
show's
bunch
still
of
be going.
Irish.
Here, take my wallet.
Yeah, we're probably
Don't
related.
please don't take my
I'm not
money.
Irish.
I have
I know, but your
$60
English
in
is
my
close.
wallet. I'm gonna count
Italian.
it.
What? Yeah, there's some of that.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh, yeah. Gavin banged Jeremy, and then I came out.
I don't know how
got
I'm
older.
involved, to be honest. I don't.
You did Jeremy.
Well, here's the thing. You're both white,
Yeah.
and that's it.
I don't know. I feel like the nose. If you add Jeremy's nose to my nose,
No.
you don't get Adam's nose. You got nice.
You've thought about this before.
I got a long nose. It's pretty long.
Guys, this space hat
I'm just looking at you guys' nose now.
is very comfortable.
Pervert.
I like it. Just got it today. It's very nice.
It's a lot to
I
look
like
at.
it a lot.
Yeah, buy this hat, please.
That wasn't even because you're sitting here. Like
Yeah,
this is all
please
you
do it.
got. You got the podcast and this show to show. But
Jordan,
I
do you
just
ever
I
wear
like it.
our merchandise?
I really like it.
Yeah. Not when I'm like, well, not when I know I'm going to be on.
Not when you want to be presentable.
Yeah.
Just like on the weekends,
yeah.
just going to the gym,
Yeah.
you know, doing laundry
on
around
like
the house.
on a Tuesday.
Bar
Yeah.
mitzvahs.
Listen, there's a lot of different shape hats. There's the flat hats that Jack likes to wear. There's like real tall hats where like you put them on and they go up. I like the baseball cap. Not that, but that also
Top hats are coming back.
that's
said
like a
crazy
pilgrim hat
person.
almost. You put a buckle on it. It's a pilgrim hat.
No, that's like what Kennedy wore when he was brought into office. Look it up. It's crazy. He's wearing a top hat.
Anyway,
Yes.
Do they store
you're
it?
confusing Kennedy with Lincoln. Is what's
Yeah,
happening.
I was going to say.
No, it's weird. It's like
I thought Kennedy
stopped.
stopped wearing
You know,
hats. and
I
that's
got
why
this
people in
hat
the 60s stopped
today,
wearing hats.
and sometimes I go, "Give me that hat," and I get it, and I go, I put it on my head and go, "Can't wear that hat." This hat's good
Squidge
hat.
the thing.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I like it. I like
Otherwise,
the
you look like
squidge.
a doofus.
I like the squidge, but also like again, like the hat should, for me, rest right on my head.
As
Not be
opposed to
too
your
tall.
arm or.
You
No,
don't, you
just
don't
like
just
sometimes it
air
doesn't rest
here.
at all, and
There's
then
air, like,
it's just
over
like
here.
you know I wear it, and then sometimes I put it on, it's like way up here.
Jordan, I don't see you as a hat guy.
I wear
you
hats.
always have immaculate hair.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I wear
So
hats.
does
though.
Trevor.
I could see you wearing like one type of hat, like that Dr. Seuss hat we had in the 90s, that Ravers had. You should wear that.
I need to see what this hat looks like.
You never seen it? It's Dr. Seuss's
Jordan
hat.
in the '90s.
Yeah. When the
That's
people were,
what I wore all the time.
when people were dropping
when I was a
like
kid.
early forms of E that was
Yeah.
just Prozac.
Jordan, I've noticed you don't jump into my lap anymore.
Yeah, I walked by you on the way
married.
in, and you were like all ready for it.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not gonna do it.
Now you're married, it's just like.
No,
it's
I wanted
inappropriate.
to. I wanted to keep you guessing.
Okay.
Because if you're ready for it, then I can't do it.
I watched you get married.
Yeah, you were
I
there.
saw it happen.
From the shadows.
It was very.
I went like
dark.
this. I went like this. Whoa.
I saw you get married too. That was weird. I was like,
How did you get there?
What was weird about it?
you invited me.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
that was-
Lindsay.
that was
Maybe
a-
Lindsay did.
That was a long time
Somebody
ago.
I don't remember.
It's crazy to me that I'll be like, Jeremy, you were at my wedding. He's like, no, I wasn't.
No.
And I'm like, you weren't? He's like, I didn't work here yet. I'm like, oh, I'm old.
It's crazy. Yeah.
I don't remember your wedding.
It was like 90% of this company came to my wedding at the time.
Same.
I can't believe
Yeah.
you invited so many people.
There was a lot less people.
That's true.
That's what I'm just saying. It was just like, all right.
It was just an email.
Yeah.
All at. And you're like,
Everyone.
yeah. I'm
Everyone
doing a
at-
thing or whatever.
It's
You're
like, please
invited.
stop messaging everyone at.
Yeah. BYOB.
That was a big problem.
You're back, you made it.
A few years ago.
Elyse, how long have you been married?
Hell, probably
Yeah, tell us.
12 years? 13?
Also, why
Got
wasn't I
married in
invited?
2012.
We shouldn't talk about. I don't want to talk about my. I'd rather talk about your kids. Anyway, what time does this show go until?
Now, apparently.
Yeah, it sounds like you're trying
No,
to.
I don't mean it like that. I just.
That's what you meant.
You just got back.
Yeah.
You were
I'm
you were
sorry.
hoping it would be over by the time you came back.
I'm telling
so
you, my
disappointed.
stomach isn't feeling great. I don't know if it's
What'd you
because
eat last night?
Did you have McDonald's?
we ate via 1 through and 3.
Well, Adam made me get breakfast. this
Delicious
morning.
pizza.
That was interesting.
I didn't
was
make
great.
you. You
Hey,
chose
But
to
I
do
had a
that.
bad
You
night.
insinuated.
I wanted those hot dogs.
What did you get?
Yeah, they call them kolaches. They're hot dogs.
Kolaches.
Dude. They're hot dogs.
What'd you get?
A via 3 and 3. It's got pepperoni, za.
There's
But
a Detroiter?
There,
Or just
there's an
The
ambassador now,
regular.
which just has sour cream on it.
Kept you up?
yeah, I slept I had a Gavin sleep last. Oh, I had an
Nice.
Elise sleep because I just don't sleep well in general. And no, high
job.
five for
Why
that.
do you
But
think that is?
I also, I don't know if I was just like hallucinating it all night, but I couldn't sleep because I kept hearing a high pitched noise. But then
Was it a grackle?
I don't know what was going on, but I didn't sleep very well. But
She needs to go sleep.
no, I can
Please,
keep
sure,
going. I
put
don't
her
know.
out of
I
her
feel
misery.
like
I mean, I'm hungry.
I feel like my body had a reaction to us talking about the fast food.
That's not real.
I don't
Nothing to do
know.
with the actual food. The idea of the.
It's the energy in this
the
I
space.
feel like what you need is to go get some more.
Yeah.
to like settle it. Probably that's the body craving.
Here's Michael.
nuggets.
For
What
lunch.
Michael's getting at is like you feel good when you eat your special
Get an initial
your
high.
special meal. Yeah, you just got to keep eating it to always feel that.
That's
way.
what it is.
Yeah.
You keep putting it in, and you'll never feel bad.
Yeah.
And
clown
if
says.
you start to feel bad, you put more in.
You eat pretty healthy.
I try to because your husband makes me do it.
Whoa! Like you made me get you breakfast.
I didn't make you do that.
I think you guys are positive reinforcement for each other.
We are positive. Thank you.
I think you guys.
I'm also a negative, and we don't need to talk about this.
Adam heavily hinted
can't
that I should bring in kolaches and donuts.
I made a joke because you do it every time we come in, and it's a really nice thing that you do. And
Thanks
I know
for
you
thoughtful.
don't. I know you try to hide behind a veil of like, whatever. I didn't mean to do that. Except you drive 15 minutes out of your way to buy hot dogs coated in cheese, and I think that's great.
Yeah,
And
and you were
yeah.
like, "It's really great. I'd really like it tomorrow."
I didn't say that. I said, "Oh, we're coming by tomorrow." Yeah.
No, you didn't say it funny.
We need to
It
bring
could
the
be funny.
kolaches.
What a great joke!
He's
it
like,
would
"Hey,
be
we're
if
coming by
the
tomorrow.
food
Like,
happened.
you're gonna bring breakfast."
Great if you
and then he went like
breakfast,
this.
lol.
LOL.
It was great because
Then I came in today and he went, "Oh, you did bring it. About time." And then
Michael
he
is
started eating
oddly
it.
thoughtful, actually. Like you're always like buying.
You hide behind a thick layer of New Jersey.
I don't hide, bitch.
Okay.
Buying Fiona gifts.
Yeah, I bought her a good number of SpongeBob stuff because she likes that.
Okay.
Fiona is, I think, one of the most like. This is a weird thing to say.
Yeah.
One of the most like
Super weird.
naturally beautiful women I've ever seen. Is that weird? We don't have to continue talking about that. I just want to put it out there and just say it. Okay, you see her up close and.
She did not say the same thing about you.
I know. Well, there's
just
that
saying.
that Michael hospitality again.
Just saying, she didn't say anything about it. She was just
No.
like, she's whatever.
And that's fine. Yeah, she mentioned
Yeah.
me.
I was like, oh, you saw
Whatever.
Elyse, and she was like, she was breathing.
Oh, but I will
Time
say,
I saw
like,
it.
you bring in that because I had a really bad night last night with the food that I had been eating, and then so these guys left a little bit earlier, and you guys went and got like food right this morning.
Yeah.
No,
what's-
Michael got food from what I heard.
Yeah.
You ate twice?
I got Starbucks.
Damn.
I ate a egg bite.
I don't care.
God,
He didn't
I-
even need your hospitality.
That's fine.
Well,
Sous vide egg bites.
I
Pretty
didn't-
good.
He's from LA. Of course he got Starbucks.
I
Starbucks everywhere.
didn't stop and
Yeah,
get
but,
food,
like,
so
if
I
it's
was
OG,
happy to
yeah.
have it.
You were on the text chain.
I was not off the toilet when you guys left. I was not in a position to leave my hotel room and come with you to Starbucks or any other.
And thanks for making her say it.
I mean, I
feel
knew.
good.
I always know.
Fiona, where are you? Where is your beautiful?
Speaking of bathrooms, have you ever told the story of the first time you and I met in person? Do you remember how it happened?
Did I black it out because it involves
It might
bathroom?
have been you. So to me, it was funny because I had watched you in like the Funhouse videos and stuff, and I knew your personality, and I knew like what we can what you joke about and stuff. And if I ever like, I was like, oh, when I meet Elyse, I know her personality. But there was one time you guys were here. It was I think we were talking about sex swing stuff, but we had not met yet, and I was going to the bathroom outside, stage 5, and waiting for a stall. One of the doors open. Who should walk out but Elyse?
Is that in the men's room?
Yeah. You were in the men's room.
Why?
We don't know.
And my first thought is like, oh, this is something I can joke about because it's a funny situation. And I'm just like, hey, wait a minute. You're not supposed to be here. And Elyse is just like, I'm so sorry. There was like, it was full in the other one. I just came in here. I'm so sorry. And like runs out. And I'm like,
Was probably shitting my
oh
pants.
boy, that was awesome. That was,
It was in a threat level midnight, and I had to go there. Oh man,
Man,
so yeah,
worried
just ever
about
since
your-
then.
I didn't know
feel
Jordan
like-
was against gender neutral bathrooms.
I thought it was funny.
he said you've got a V, not a P.
Yeah. Teacher.
This is an Alamo Draft House Mueller.
There is something so scary about using just a neutral bathroom and forgetting that you're in one. And you walk out and you see a woman and you just feel like you're in the wrong
Like
place.
the Ally McBeal bathrooms.
It's like,
Remember?
No.
On Ally McBeal, that was like the whole thing about the show is that they all used the same bathroom. It was sexy. They talked.
That was the dancing baby.
Yeah.
He used it.
No, I don't know, but it was a gender
used
neutral
bathroom.
bathroom. Ally McBeal, Jordan.
Oh.
much like the experience Jordan and I would have had.
Uh-huh.
And
That only one of us remembers.
you know, there was a time where like I remember in one episode somebody came in and they were like, "Why does it smell like asparagus in here? Or did you eat asparagus, Allie, or
I'm not
whatever?"
allowed to judge anyone in a bathroom. I remember
Right?
one time a guy walked in and went, "Oh, it smells like shit in here." It's like, yeah, no shit. Yeah,
Poo-poo.
duh.
This is where we put it.
Yeah. Somebody was like, "Why does it smell bad in bathrooms?"
I think this was the first time we met, and it was in LA. And the one thing
Yes.
I take away from that conversation or that meeting, which I pushed for years and
Yes.
years, was a burger with an egg on it.
Yeah. It's always food with you and me.
That's why this podcast is so natural, and that was my favorite thing about the audience. This has been a relationship that's been cultivated for a good 7 years, and they've never seen it.
Yeah.
So like we went to a restaurant, and was that like the waffle
It
place?
was called the waffle. You
And
got
Jack
the
was
burger
outraged.
to spite Jack.
Jack was just
Waffle
like, "It's waffle. We're gonna get the waffle.
gotta get the
And I was
waffle."
like, cheeseburger. And he was like, everyone there got a waffle except for me, and I got a cheeseburger.
I bet you loved
And
it.
I was like,
That's what made Michael.
and then
want
it
to
had an
do
egg on it, and I just
And
kept
you just like.
I kept
but
going,
Yeah.
whoa, there's an egg on it.
Yeah, Jack would be like, "What? Why'd you get the cheeseburger?" He's like, "It's got an egg on it. Look at it."
Jack doesn't like that.
Nope.
He didn't like me breaking the waffle mold.
I don't
Yeah.
remember the first time we met.
I don't either.
Awful.
I feel like
I remember the first time I met
I
him.
probably
remember.
was
Gauntlet.
nervous to meet you because you're like a big
All right, chill out.
deal. No, I'm not. I'm serious.
She was gonna say nose.
I'm serious. You're no, you're definitely a big deal at the company.
He was at the time.
And I wasn't too familiar with Rooster Teeth before coming here, but I did know that you did slow mo and you.
Remember how often he got recognized at Busch Gardens and we didn't?
Gavin and his friends.
And then Michael fell down.
Yes.
I didn't fall down. I laid down.
You passed out.
I laid down
On
because I
ice.
was
Oh,
going
that's
to
right.
fall down
See, I
and
did
die.
deflect
You had,
the
like, heat
conversation.
exhaustion.
Well, it was great
Yeah, dude.
because
I didn't eat. I had a cold, and it was like 105, and in Florida, so it was humid as shit. And I was like, I'm gonna die now. And I just remember like, "Are you angels?" And people were just handing me chunks of ice
Yeah.
that I was placing on my body.
it was like outside the Indiana Jones knockoff ride.
Then like the guy comes to take me to the medical tent, and he's wheeling me along, and I remember like almost passing out in the chair. I was like, "Can you slow down for my wife?" And Lindsay's like 7 months
Yeah, it was
pregnant,
great.
trying to keep up. And he's like, "Is that woman with you?" And she's like, "I'm coming, hang on." And I was like,
And
"You don't know how hard it is for me."
Lindsay was not concerned at all. I mean, obviously she's a current, but she was very, very chill about the whole thing.
Who gives a shit?
Okay, cool.
It's like she was like, "It's hot, bitch. Get over it."
Eat a sandwich.
Right.
Drink water.
When
That's
are we-
what. That's the point of this podcast.
Yeah.
Drink water.
When are we gonna do Funhouse Achievement Hunter Hawaiian style?
That's
Going
we
to
gotta
Hawaii?
put that on the
Ooh,
books.
we should do like a terrace house
The
style.
whole. Yeah.
Don't say we.
We're gonna have
You're
to eat.
not part of either
We're
group.
gonna have to eat.
Well, you're on Achievement Hunter show now.
Can we get a
maybe.
bus? Can we sleep
Yeah.
on a parked bus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, if we make it
Maybe
something
just try
Elyse
some.
likes, I can get in on that.
and then
Everyone.
and then you'll remember and she'll
Yeah.
be like, I don't know, who
We're
are
gonna
you?
have to
Everyone
eat.
learns to surf, and whoever has the most chafed nipples wins.
Whoa.
It happens.
What if you come in with severely chafed nipples
I win.
prior to the
Chafing
competition?
happen more on hairless or hairy nips?
I wouldn't know.
I would think that
I don't chafe, and I'm like pretty hairless,
I've got nothing but hair.
Do you chafe?
and you don't chafe.
I've never put on a wetsuit aside from.
I will wear.
Well,
a
wetsuit
bra.
is supposed
So
to
you
keep you from
have.
chafing, isn't it?
Well, what do you chafe on without the wetsuit then? Water?
It's
What?
like the salt water and
Rub.
rubbing up against your skin.
Rub.
And the board.
I
You're
used to
laying on the
boogie board.
Oh, the board itself.
Yes, the board rips your nips apart.
this mild
Asunder.
mannered
I went
animator.
Oh, you should do it. That's why we're doing Hawaiian
Blow your
style.
mind right now.
We're doing everything Saved by the Bell
The
did.
knowing.
Yeah, I can't now. I don't like
All
a
right,
whole season.
well,
You're an ocean.
Hawaii.
Yes.
I guess we should wrap up here because we gotta eat food. And
I'm really
we're gonna
hungry.
want to go home. And
Check my Android.
thanks for joining us.
Of course.
Guys, make sure Elyse Willems and Adam Kovic
Thanks
from
for having us.
Funhouse, everybody.
It's always so fun to do this show. Like I
I
know
hope
we
your
like,
bowels
joke.
simmer down.
Clap more! Clap more!
We joke,
They didn't do
but
it.
it's really
They don't
fun to
use
do
it.
this.
This is
show.
like sad G4. Sadder
Yeah,
G4.
yeah.
Where's Bruce when you need him?
Make sure you check out. He is fucking sipping Mai Tais somewhere. Check out Arizona Circle, October 23rd.
That's my birthday.
It's really hard to find the date.
It's Jordan's birthday.
It's Jordan's birthday, so celebrate his birthday by ignoring him
I
and
saw the
watching
pilot and I liked it.
Arizona Circle.
Gavin.
I've done 2 lines for the show.
Yes.
Secret
Yeah,
guess.
I have.
You had some lines in Bobby Bad Touch. And that's
Yeah.
all I'll say about that.
That's it. That's correct. It's funny because they just said Bobby. They didn't tell me Bobby Bad Touch. So now you're blowing my mind right now.
There's a lot of sketches.
sure what I
A
was
lot of
doing
sketches
there.
people backed out on.
Yeah.
They just
By the
told
way-
you what to say without
Yeah,
telling you the context.
yeah, they said you're Bobby, and I just learned it's Bobby Bad Touch. I didn't know that at all, so I got to go undo that somehow.
I like the show because everyone lived in a constant state of regret. Or like, this idea is too crazy. And then we filmed it like, guys, I think this idea is too crazy. So, I don't know. We have proof now, so that's cool.
There's one sketch Adam's in that's pretty dark.
Which one? Coupon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite episode?
So far, 4, I think.
All right, so it comes out October 23rd. Don't
Oh,
watch
yeah.
it. Wait for the 4th episode.
The Crucible.
How's that releasing? Is that first, or is that like on a window? Is that
It's
only
a
first?
window for first members for 1 week, and then it'll be coming out after that. So if you want
Yeah.
to see it a week early, you support us. Yo.
Some sketches will even come to YouTube. But the
As promotion, yeah.
yeah.
But yeah.
When deemed appropriate.
I think the show's best to watch as a chunk,
Yeah.
a whole, if you will. A chunky whole.
Watch our whole.
Like peanut butter.
Come watch our whole this October. Jordan's birthday.
You heard him. Thanks for watching. Make sure to watch Adam's Hole on Jordan's birthday, October 23rd. Check out Face Jam audio podcast. And if you're a first member, check out the post show. We're gonna dive into some IHOP. But that's just America. IHOP.
I'm a Denny's boy.
Well, don't make people not click before we get to the show. Save it for the show once they're already watching.
Oh, that's just a little teaser.
That's stupid is what it is. I also went to Denny's because we didn't have any IHOPs. Denny's is fucking terrible. But I ate there. Grand Slam!
Moon's over my hammy.